This presentation of Eagle TV High School Sports is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vitstum Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, Investing for Eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 785-628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. They provide your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Bonapet Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet with a fun-filled experience for your special friend. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Verney's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And they now accept credit and debit cards. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Verney's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Next Tech Wireless. Discover something different. Sakatumi Sushi Rolls. The freshest fish this side of Big Creek. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon-Ryan today. PerfTech Wireline Services, total cased whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement, pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment. From farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment, Carico carries many hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work, including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Union Station Coffee and Roastery, fresh roasted coffee daily. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, custom-built projects from the start to the gloss to the durable powder coat finish. Advanced Insulation and Coatings, save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced Insulation and Coatings in Hayes. APAC, proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. KJ&G Customs, for complete auto restorations, custom paint jobs, and custom exhaust. See Troy Robinson and the staff at KJ&G Customs on East 13th Street in Hayes. and by Eagle Communications, proud to provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet and phone services to the area. Eagle Communications, our community connected. This presentation of Eagle TV High School Sports is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vitstum Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, Investing for Eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 785-628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. They provide your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Bonapet Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet with a fun-filled experience for your special friend. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Verney's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And they now accept credit and debit cards. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Verney's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Next Tech Wireless. Discover something different. Sakatumi Sushi Rolls. The freshest fish this side of Big Creek. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Ryan today. Perftech Wireline Services, total cased whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement, pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment. From farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment, Carico carries many hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work, including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Union Station Coffee and Roastery, fresh roasted coffee daily. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, custom-built projects from the start to the gloss to the durable powder coat finish. Advanced Insulation and Coatings, save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced Insulation and Coatings in Hayes. APAC, proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. KJ&G Customs for complete auto restorations, custom paint jobs, and custom exhaust. See Troy Robinson and the staff at KJ&G Customs on East 13th Street in Hayes. And by Eagle Communications, proud to provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet and phone services to the area. Eagle Communications, our community connected. This presentation of Eagle TV High School Sports is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, Investing for Eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction.
And welcome to Wichita as the Hayes High Indians are set to take on the undefeated South Titans. The Indians at 1-3 on the season. Dustin Armbruster and Kurt David with you high atop. Carpenter Stadium in Wichita on the campus of Wichita South High School. We have Harrison on ECTV and HayesPost.com as well. The Hayes High Indians will be kicking off. It'll be Logan Clark out to kick off, and your kickoff is brought to you by Steel Fabrications, the Ironmen of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. If you need it fixed, welded, built, or sandblasted, see Steel Fab. East Highway 40 in Hayes, proud to support the area youth in all they do. Logan Clark has it teed up on the 40-yard line. He will kick left to right. A short kick that'll be taken at the 15-yard line by one of the upbacks. It's a middle return. There's a big hole, and it goes out on a broken tackle by Walter Godot across the 40 near the 45-yard line. Great starting field position for the South Titans.
It was great starting field position. That's one of the first times you've seen the Hayes High Indians not make good open field tackles. Their kickoff coverage team's really been pretty spectacular so far this season, and that time running back with the ball just had a chance to break through one of the tackles on the Hayes High Indians. That hadn't happened much on the coverage team.
From the 43-yard line, South Titans right to left, averaging 31 points a game and 350 yards. A pistol wishbone look, a couple of halfbacks. It's a handoff. Goes up the middle into the hands of freshman Travante Hunt. He will bring the ball across the 45-yard line to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 4 on first down for Travante Hunt. Handoff goes left side, this time into the hands of Travion Wells for Wichita South.
Talked about big men up front for Wichita South, and right now controlling the line of scrimmage with now a 3rd down and 1, and Wichita South going in a no-huddle offense.
They're trying to catch Hayes off guard. As you mentioned, 3rd and 1 in Hayes territory. Handoff to Wells, and there's Braden Delside in the backfield for a loss back in South territory inside of the 50. It's a loss of nearly 4 yards. It is a loss of 4 yards on the play.
Braden Delside shoots a gap immediately at the snap of the ball and reads that play perfectly for a nice 4-yard loss in the backfield.
So 3rd and 1 turns into 4th and 5, and Wichita South looks like they're going to punt.
Yep, a little bit of confusion. Wichita South's running such a quick offense, they haven't been able to get the down marker change. Finally now just converting it over to 4th and 5.
To punt is going to be Kasdan Earhart, a sophomore defensive lineman. India's not taking any chances, not sending anybody back to return, and it's going to be nearly blocked by the Indians. The punt will go down inside the 25, down to the 20, 19, 18, and finally stop at the 17-yard line, but the Indians hold Wichita South on a 3-and-out on a Braden Delsite tackle for loss. So far this year, Delsite 6.5 tackles for loss, 9.5 in his career now.
Boy, you got to like that start for the Hayes High Indian defense. We talked about them in pregame about how they've been playing strong so far all this year. But boy, holding Wichita South and Allen Bishop to a 3-and-out situation on their first possession, that's a great way to start the game.
35-yard punt, Indians left to right, wishbone formation to start out the game. Double tied in, handoff is going to go left side. That is Hunter Brown across the 20, up near the 21-yard line. Nice gain of nearly 4 yards on first down for the Indians. Coach Randall Rath and his squad can get 4 yards on every play. They'll do so every single time up the field, just across the 21, 2nd and 6 for the Indians.
Boy, and I see Sage Markley getting downfield to pick up a block on a linebacker so that they could ink out just a couple more yards on that play.
It'll be that wishbone, double tied in again. Handoff to Isaiah Blackman right up the middle. Watch out, he goes left sideline. First down as he gets across the 30 to the 31-yard line. He will pick up nearly 10 yards on that run across the 30 to the 32-yard line, gain of 11, and the Indians clicking on their first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Boy, and I'm crediting Sage Markley again. He got off the ball quick and got to a linebacker again, blocking a linebacker 3 or 4 yards down, allowing that first down to occur.
Sage Markley playing for the injured Chance Brungart. Wishbone formation once again. It's going to be Colton Myers, the quarterback keeper up the middle to the 35-yard line. He'll gain 3 on first down. And the Indians 4 plays, all positive yardage, or 3 plays, all positive yardage so far.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I could carry the ball on quarterback sneak behind Braden Delside, I'd do it any day of the week. What a great guy to have in front of you, center Braden Delside.
Indian offensive line tonight, Jake Gahn at the left tackle, Dylan Flaler left guard, Braden Delside's the center, Sage Markley right guard, and Lincoln Ector the right tackle. Second down along 6, handoff, Isaiah Blackman on a counter, and he will get very little yardage this time. Torian Nellums, really the best defender without a doubt on this Wichita South team, makes the stop after a short gain up to the 38-yard line. Gain of 3 yards. Indians' first third down conversion attempt of the night comes on a third, and we'll call it 4 yards for the Indians. They need to get just shy of the 42-yard line. Same look, wishbone formation. Under center, handoff is going to be a counter to Hunter Brown, hit in the backfield. He may get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Indians trying to hit the counter. Instead, there are 4 different defensive people there for Wichita South, led by Kasdan Earhart with the 17th tackle. Indians may have to punt after picking up 1 first down on this opening drive.
Well, you talked about Torian Nellums. He's got 29 tackles coming into this game tonight. There's also, what is a linebacker position, Malcolm Tate with 19 tackles. On the successful couple plays they had early in this possession, you had Sage Markley picking up one of those linebackers on these last 2 plays. Nobody hit a linebacker.
Indians from the 37 on 4th down and 5, trying to get Wichita South to jump. One person does jump. No flag, though. Head coach Randall Rath wants to know why not. Now calls a timeout. And the Indians will use their first of the half on 4th and about 4 3/4 yards. Try to get Wichita South to jump. Somebody did on that line, but apparently not far enough to get the penalty. Uniform update tonight is brought to you by Phase 2. A big thanks to Phase 2 for providing game day apparel for our broadcast. Quick turnaround, in-house graphic design department ready to help your team, and game day items in stock as well. Hayes is in their white jerseys, maroon numbers, maroon pants, and helmets. Tonight, their opponent, the Wichita South Titans, are in their blue jerseys, red numbers, red pants, to go along with a blue helmet with the Titan logo on both sides. Also starting tonight for the Hayes High Indians, Colton Myers, a game time decision does start. Isaiah Blackman, Hunter Brown, Bryce Baumgarn, Shane Behrens, and Jared Haynes. Your starting lineups tonight were brought to you by Eagle Fusion and Eagle Communications, our community connected. The Hayes High Indians, Colton Myers, will go back to punt this football away on 4th down. Low snap, has time to pick it back up, now gets it away. It's a low line drive kick that barely gets to the 45-yard line, rolls near the 41-yard line. Good job by the Indians to even get that ball. Now there is a flag on the play and a running into the punter on the Wichita South Titans. That should give the Indians a first down. It's a 5-yard penalty, and it should give the Indians a first down on a penalty by the South Titans running into the kicker.
Yeah, because a 5 yards mark off 5-yard penalty ought to get them to the first down marker.
Let's check with the official, who is mic'd up this evening here at Carpenter Stadium in Wichita.
Got running on the kicker on the defense. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Well, the Indians will take it where they can get it. Running into the punter gives the Indians a first down across the 42-yard line. And Hayes High with a fresh set of downs. 7:44 to go in the opening quarter. The Indians' opening drive, Hayes High kicked away to start the ball game, Kurt.
That's exactly right. Hayes High Indians won the toss with Braden Delzite, Shane Behrens, and Isaiah Blackman as your captains tonight. They won the toss and elected to first, so not only to have the ball now, they'll start the second half with the ball.
Ball from the 43-yard line. That wishbone formation, play action pass, going deep, looking for Behrens, who gets his jersey pulled. No flag called, and it's incomplete. Behrens turned around. He's running down the field. Somebody had a fistful of jersey. No penalty, second down for the Indians.
But nice to see the Hayes High Indians coming out on pass on that first down play, because really the linebackers for Wichita South already beginning to inch up to play the run. We talked earlier in this possession where the Hayes High Indians were able to pick up a linebacker on a block. It's been harder to do as they stack them close to the line of scrimmage, and now that pass threat has got to back those linebackers off the line of scrimmage.
Myers, 152 yards passing this year, now 10 for 24, faces second down and 10. Inside handoff, Hunter Brown again hit and dropped in the backfield. Well, there is just no room to run for Hunter Brown, who went over 100 yards rushing in the second and third game of the season, 90 last week. He loses 2 on this one. 3 carries, 2 yards for the sophomore running back, who comes into tonight ranked in the Western Athletic Conference in rushing at 4th, setting up 3rd down and 12 for the Indians.
Dylan Flaler was a pulling guard, so he was going from left to right on that play. And, of course, when Dylan Flaler pulls as a guard and moves to the right, it opens up that hole. 2 Wichita South Titans sprinted through that hole that was now ended up by the pulling guard position, Dylan Flaler.
Jordan Betts, wide receiver to the right. I formation for the Indians on a long 3rd down. It's a handoff to the fullback, and Blackman gets upended, loses the ball, but It was after he had already been tackled. On the fullback dive, the Indians will pick up 4 yards and punt the football away.
Now it'll be a 4th and 8, and expect the Wichita South Titans to be very careful as they rush.
So the Indians were gifted a first down on a running into the punter on 4th and 4. The Indians can't do anything with it. Torian Nellums back to return the kick at the 20-yard line. High snap. It's 5 yards over the head of quarterback Colton Myers. He'll get the ball now, punt it away, and it's touched by a Wichita South Titan, and Hayes High falls on top of it. That's Hayes High football. It is Shane Behrens with the fumble recovery, turnover, and it stays with the Hayes High Indians.
Colton Myers, because he's having to punt the ball on the run, is kicking the ball low to the ground, and it's really bouncing along. And that time it really just bounces into a Wichita South player. So really a disadvantaged kick that Colton Myers has because he's got to run with it. But the advantage there was that he got off a bad kick, and it squibs its way along the ground. And favorably for the Hayes High Indians, bounces into a Wichita South Titan, and Shane Behrens is there to cover it up.
The punt goes for 8 yards, but Wichita South loses the ball. Behrens jumps on top of it. 4 wide receiver for the Indians. It's a quarterback keeper by the new quarterback. It's going to be Maddox Winter. Left side gets tackled 2 yards deep in the backfield at the 45. Hayes High has been gifted some extra opportunities here in the first quarter and have not been able to jump on top of the Titans. Still scoreless with 6 minutes to go, first quarter.
Tackled by Torian Nellums, their linebacker who leads his team with tackles, who was on a blitz, was in the backfield quick.
Indians given a first down on a running into the punter on 4th and 4, and then a South player touched a punt that was bouncing along the ground. Shane Behrens jumped on top of it, giving the Indians another fresh set of downs. 2nd and 12, Maddox Winter at the quarterback spot. 4 wide receivers. He's going to drop back to pass, look down the field, and it is over the head of the intended wide receiver wearing number 35 tonight, Keith Dryden. He hadn't gotten back past the defense that time. He would have coasted in for a touchdown. Incomplete from Winter. The jersey of Keith Dryden got antifreeze leaked on it on the trip down from Hayes on the bus. So he's wearing 35 instead of his normal 23. And the Indians, who are 0 for 2 on 3rd down, face 3rd down and 12 for a second time tonight. Indians hoping not to give up a golden opportunity in this first quarter. Maddox Winter under center on 3rd and 12, I formation. He'll keep it himself, run into Torian Nellums, pick up yardage of 3 across the original line of scrimmage, and that is it. And the Hayes High Indians will punt again, and this has been the most adventurous thing of the night. The Indians had one short, one over top of the head of the punter, Colton Myers. Both times the Indians ended up with the football back. Ball at the 48. I guess we will see what happens this time. The snap. Back to Myers, much better this time, gets the punt away, high, nice punt. Nellum settles under it. He's going to return from the 20-yard line. He'll be taken down before he can get to the 25. Several Indians in on the tackle. Therefore, Hayes High is going to be Dalton Stout in coverage, as well as Sage Markley. And so Wichita South will get the football back in a scoreless ball game after Hayes High has to punt the football away, and that time actually gets the ball away.
Dustin, I've got a challenge for you. It'll be a trivia question for you. When was the last time you had a drive by a single team that included 3 punts?
Well, one of them, that would be 2 drives actually, because South took possession technically with a touching of the football. Now the Indians jump off sides on the first play of this drive by Wichita South, and this has been a rough start to everybody in this game.
I'll tell you what, though, the Hayes High Indians did not score on that drive, but they ate up 6 minutes off the clock in the first quarter. That's 6 minutes that the ball's not in the hands of quarterback Alan Bishop for Wichita South.
The Indians, unfortunately, can't take advantage of Wichita South's mistakes. 1st and 5 after the Indians jump off sides. The handoff coming near side and in the hands of Godot. That is Wells with the run left side. Gets the first down to the 35. They'll mark him to the 36-yard line.
Very quick move there by part of the running back. Hayes High Indians had him cornered back there in the backfield about a 3 or 4 yard line. Just couldn't make the open field tackle with the lateral movement of the running back.
So the ball up to the 36-yard line. 2 wide receivers right for quarterback Alan Bishop, 3rd in the league in rushing in the City League. has two running backs with him in the backfield. One of them starts to leave early. No flag. Handoff goes left side. That is to the freshman. It is Trevante Hunt who got a head start leaning forward, stopped, and then started again. And it's a gain by Hunt of 7 yards. He'll get it across the 40, near the 43-yard line for a manageable 2nd down and 3.
And Wichita State going to a fast-paced offense, not going to a huddle again on this 2nd down play. 2
wide receivers right, 1 to the left for the South Titans. Cortez Harper, the wide receiver, left. 2 in the backfield. Handoff is going to go to Wells, comes near side, and he's wrapped up and dropped again by Braden Delzite, his 2nd tackle for loss in the ball game. 2nd time he has dropped Wells in the backfield. This one back inside of the 39-yard line. Loss of 4 again, and that sets up Wichita South on a 3rd down and 7 instead of 3rd down and short.
Braden Delzite going right over the junior Jalen Wilkins. He's the left guard for Wichita State, and Braden Delzite winning that battle so far.
3 wide receivers right. Bishop to pass for the first time, looks down the field. It is in and out of the hands of the intended wide receiver.
And Bryce Bumgarn makes him pay for taking the ball up high.
It was going, the intended receiver was a guy listed as a safety, Chris Bell, into the ball game. And South will have to punt the football away. Still scoreless, 3:13 to go, 1st quarter.
Bell had to go up high for that pass that was thrown above his head, and while he was extended out to reach for the ball, Bryce Bumgarn laid a nice hit on the young man.
It was a legal hit. Indians not sending anybody back to return. Guarding against the fake, they go for the block. The punt is away, and it is a short punt that bounces at the Indian 33-yard line. A punt of 28 yards, and so the Indians hold South to 4 plays and a punt this time. Can they end up working something on offense, which is technically the Indians' 3rd offensive possession of the game?
Hayes High Indians defense, though, starting out great, holding to Wichita South to 1 first down. They are 3 and out on the first possession. This time 1 first down for a 4-play drive. So Indian defense keeping the Indians in the game right now. Now it's time to see if the offense can figure out a way to capitalize and pick up some yardage against this Titan defense.
No score, 3:05 to go, 1st quarter. Power I formation for the Indians. Myers back under center, turn and hand off to Blackman, and there is just a swarm of blue jerseys to make the stop, and now a flag comes bouncing in from the sidelines. It's a gain of about a yard, maybe 2 yards by Blackman, but we'll check the flag first. Holding against the Hayes High Indians. It is their first penalty of the ball game. And Hayes High will gain 2 yards on the run by Blackman, but then be backed up 10 yards on their first penalty.
Hayes High Indian defense has been strong so far. So has the South Titan defense. But remember, this is a defense in the South Titans that is number 8 in all of 6A football for the fewest points given up. So Wichita South Titan defense has improved greatly over the teams we've seen the last 7 years.
Indian football brought to you by Hertz Rent-A-Car, Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker, Kevin Shoemaker Construction, and Adams Brown Barron and Ball. So the Indians are backed up now to their own 24-yard line. It's going to be a play-action pass. The quarterback, Colton Myers, though, has no time to throw because coming off the right edge is going to be the Wichita South Titans defensive lineman. Coming in that time is going to be Tyrekus Birch to force the pressure. Myers slow to get up off the turf. He will come out of the ball game on 3rd and long for the Indians. The ball to the 26-yard line, gain of 2 for Myers, and Hayes High on 2nd down with 4 wide receivers. 2nd at about 18 yards. Maddox Winter now the quarterback. Hunter Brown to his left. Has time to throw. Now he's going to take off and run. Look down the field. It is incomplete and nowhere near the intended receiver and nearly intercepted. If Wichita South defender doesn't slip, it's going to be an interception. And Maddox Winter 0 for 2 passing the football.
That's where it's tough. Now you've got a new quarterback in Maddox Winter, Keith Dryden. They're not on the same page. Maddox Winter obviously looking for Keith Dryden to cut back towards him on that play, and Keith Dryden thinking he's needed to keep going farther down the field. So that's going to be a tough thing to do is for this new Maddox Winter while he's in there is to communicate with these receivers with really just a week's worth of practice on it.
Myers back into the ball game, comes under center on 3rd and 18. It's a handoff left side. Hunter Brown tries to get to the edge, nothing doing, breaks one tackle, but then there's Torian Nellums again to drop the Indian running back 2 yards deep in the backfield, and Hayes High will punt once again. Indians having no luck tonight. Their best run, an 11-yard run by Isaiah Blackman. Indians' first 3 plays all netted positive yardage, but since then, negative yardage on the field for the Indians. Holding penalty, stopping that one dead in its tracks, and Colton Myers to punt for a 3rd time. Ball spotted at the 24. Myers will step back to his own 11-yard line, and Torian Nellums to return the punt. Good time for the punter to get it away. Nellums will field at the 38-yard line, come near side. Maddox Winter nearly makes the tackle. 2 blocks in the back. Nellums goes down on the far sideline. This will tack on 10 more yards for an illegal block in the back as Maddox Winter was making the tackle.
And a great coverage by the Indian punt team. Nellums picks up the ball, but immediately has to run 5 yards back to try to avoid tacklers. So Indian coverage team picks up 5 yards there, and now is going to pick up at least another 10 with a block in the back penalty.
38-yard punt by the quarterback/punter, Colton Myers, his 19th punt of the year, averaging 36 yards per punt. It is an illegal block in the back on the Wichita South Titans, their 2nd penalty of the night. And it'll back the Titans starting possession back to the 30-yard line.
And a quarter that's moving quick with now just 1:11 left in the first quarter.
So the Indians 3 possessions, 3 punts. Wichita South back on the field. Punt, fumble on a punt return, and punt. 1:11 to go, first quarter, scoreless, and neither team has crossed the 50. Well, South did one time. However, that was short-lived after a tackle for loss. 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Play clock at 15 as Alan Bishop in the pistol with a running back flanking either side. Runs into his own guy, comes to the outside, and Shane Behrens drops him in the backfield at the 26-yard line for a loss of 4 yards.
Alan Bishop's first carry is a loss because of Shane Behrens getting in the backfield.
Indians' 3rd tackle for loss tonight, 2 by Braden Delzite. He now has 7.5 on the year. Shane Behrens with 1. He has 6.5 on the year, setting up 2nd down and 14 yards from the 26-yard line. 4 wide receivers for Bishop. Has Trevante Hunt to his left as a running back. Bishop, long snap count. Now will point Hunt to his right side. Play clock still at 13. Plenty of time to get the snap off. Low snap. Bishop to pass. Runs to the near side. He's caught by Hayes and dropped.
Jordan Hayes gets in the backfield again. Bishop trying to come to the near side of the field. Last time it was Shane Behrens covering well on this side of the field. This time Jordan Haynes does a fantastic job getting in the backfield to wrap up Alan Bishop.
Loss of 3 on the sack. It is the first sack for Jared Haynes since the first game of the season. And it's 3rd and 17 yards for Wichita South, and they take a timeout. Nope, that's the end of the first quarter. Scoreless through 1. Hayes High at Wichita at South High School. This is Hayes High Indian football.
Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Carpa One of Hayes Vitston Decorating Center, providing you with quality service selection and value since 1945. Thomas More Prep Marion, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling, serving central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building dreams for over 30 years. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Lifetime Dental Care, providing your family health, function, and beauty. Insurance Planning, insurance for the way you work and live. Bonaparte Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet. Hayes Chevrolet, they have a huge selection of brand new and pre-owned vehicles. M&D Incorporated, building the backbone of our community. Verney's Hamburger House, feed yourself or the whole team.
After 1, Hayes High at Wichita taking on the South Titans. Our first Kalon scoreboard update also has McPherson at El Dorado scoreless after 1. Wichita South with the football. 3rd and 17 from their own 23, now moving left to right. 4 wide receivers for Bishop. Drops back to pass, under pressure. Steps up in the middle of the field, makes a man miss. Now reverses field to the near side. First down across the 40, 45, 50, up the sideline and taken out of bounds by Hunter Brown. It's a scramble into Hayes High territory. The game's best play of the contest to the Hayes High 37-yard line.
Hayes High Indian secondary had the receivers all on man-to-man coverage and had them covered well. Alan Bishop had no one to throw to, though he scrambles. What happened? Those receivers for Wichita South came back and made key blocks to allow Alan Bishop to proceed up the field.
That's what makes Alan Bishop so dangerous. 40-yard scamper and a first down for Wichita South, trying to score the game's first points. Handoff comes near side. That is Wells. Spin move going nowhere as he gets to the 35 and picks up 2 yards on the run. Nope, they'll mark him shy of the 35 at the 36, gaining 1.
Jared Haynes again holding his ground there at the defensive end position, making that or allowing that run to only go 1 yard up the field.
Indian football brought to you by Steel Fabrications, Precision Valley Golf Center, Crop Production Services of Hayes, Horizon Appliance and Electronics, Hayes Kalon, Hayes Rec Fitness Center, and Next Tech. Second down and 9 from the Indian 36. South Titans with the football. 2 halfbacks, option play left. Bishop with the ball. Shovels it late to Hunt. Hunt can't get away from the Indians' Bryce Baumgarn, who maybe saves a touchdown along that far sideline at the 29-yard line, gain of 7.
Bryce Baumgarn did. Pulled up, saw the run going to the outside, saw that the running back had broken containment there on the far side of the field. Bryce Baumgarn sprinted up and got a nice tackle in there. Now 3rd and 3 for the Wichita South Titans.
The ball just inside the 30. They need to get down to the 27-yard line. 3 wide receivers for Alan Bishop and the South Titans. It's a keeper. No option play right side. Bishop is hit from behind, and Maddox Winter with the tackle for loss behind the 30 at the 31-yard line. Indians' 4th tackle for loss, but I would imagine right here you'll see Wichita South go for it on 4th down and 4 in Hayes High territory. That's exactly what's going to happen. Maddox Winter, 5.5 tackles for loss on the season. The ball back at the 31, 4th down along 4 yards to go. 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation for Alan Bishop. Drops back to pass, looks to the right side. It is caught at the 25, first down, and a couple of extra yards on the reception for the Wichita South's wide receiver, Jariah Taylor. It goes to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on 4th and 4.
Boy, that third down play was exciting. Colton Myers, Isaiah Blackman, Maddox Winter all blitzing on that play. So 3 linebackers blitzing. Obviously couldn't do it there on that 4th down play, and just a quick pass allowed for the first down.
Ball to the 22. First completed pass of the game for either team, and it's Alan Bishop to Jariah Taylor, his 14th reception of the year. 3 down lineman. Bishop back to throw again. Looks far side. It is intercepted. Taken away by the Hayes High Indians. Colton Myers. He's at the 50, 45, 40, 30. Now he's down to the 20 and tripped up from behind as he gets inside the 15-yard line.
A foot race with Alan Bishop, and Alan Bishop is now down on knees. He is gassed having to chase down Colton Myers.
Colton Myers, sore back and all, with the interception. It is his first career INT, and the Indians force a second turnover of the game, and they have the ball inside the red zone of the Wichita South Titans. First down and 10.
Colt and Myers picks off that ball, has open field, and it's only Alan Bishop, the fast quarterback, to track him down. And Alan Bishop is walking to the sidelines. He is obviously tired after having to sprint to catch Colton Myers.
Quarterback on quarterback, Indian football down at the 13. We'll call it down to the 14-yard line. Well, 13-yard line for the Indians. It's a handoff, right side. Hunter Brown skips a tackle. He's at the 10, fights inside near the 8-yard line. This drive starting at the 14 for the Indians. It's a gain of 6 yards for Hunter Brown. And the Indians with some momentum like they did a week ago against Garden City, getting an interception. That time it was a pick 6. Tonight it's a return for Colton Myers up the far sideline. He got it inside the 15-yard line. 9:12 to go first half. Scoreless ball game, but the Indians trying to change that with the ball on 2nd down and 4, just behind the 7-yard line. Braden Delzide in that offensive line runs up to the line, and now timeout Hayes High. I don't think head coach Randall Rath liked the either play that they sent in or it wasn't happening quick enough, and Hayes High will use their second timeout.
I'll tell you what, a little bit extra breathing room here for Colton Myers to make sure he's got his wits about him on the second down play. Not a bad timeout there by Coach Rath.
Indian football brought to you by Heartland Building Center, Midwest Energy, USAVE Pharmacy, Gibbs Auto Supply in Hayes and La Crosse, Simpson Farm Enterprises, and Edward Jones, Darrell Jeff, and Linda Seibel. And Coach Rath said in the pregame show on our radio side, one of the big differences is between what you can do when you platoon guys versus playing 9 or 10 guys both ways. Like Wichita South right now, their offense is on the sidelines getting instructions on what to change for the next time they're on the field. Hayes High doesn't have that luxury. Those guys are on the field the entire time, so you have to use your timeouts differently when you're playing guys like that both ways throughout the night, and this is one of those times.
And this is a good time to do it. This is an important drive for the Hayes High Indians. They clearly have Wichita South backed up deep in their own territory. This is a good opportunity for the Indians to put points on the board. Use those timeouts to make sure you're well organized.
Ball in between the 7 and 8. Second down, nearly 5 yards. Power left, an extra tackle to the left side. Man in motion, Maddox Winter. Handoff, Hunter Brown tries to break it to the outside. Stutter step, he'll take a defender to the 6-yard line. They'll mark him at the 7. It's a gain of about 1.5 yards. Third down for the Indians inside of the 8. And Hayes High needs a big third down conversion here to try to keep this drive alive. We'll call it no gain for the Hayes High Indians down at the 7-yard line.
Colton Myers going off now to off the sideline. Looks like Maddox Winter coming in, going to be in the quarterback position. Hayes High on the near hash mark here on a 3rd and 5 situation, which means there's a far side of the field that's wide open if you wanted to try to get Shane Behrens on a down and out pattern over there or get Isaiah Blackman opened up.
Keith Dryden split left off the left hip of the tight end Shane Behrens, who's in the end zone. Touchdown Hayes High Indians from Maddox Winter.
Shane Behrens does a down and in, and they throw to the center of the field instead of taking advantage of the wide open space. Shane Behrens picks up that pass from Maddox Winter. Touchdown Hayes High Indians. They take a 6-0 lead with now 8:09 left in this second quarter at Ed Carpenter Stadium in Wichita.
It is Shane Behrens' first touchdown reception of the year, and actually the Indians' Maddox Winter's second touchdown pass of the year. Remember, he was part of that double pass against Olathe Northwest that was able to score a touchdown to Keith Dryden. The extra point by Logan Clark on the way is good, and Hayes High has a 7-0 lead with 8:09 to go second quarter. It comes on following a pick 6 by the Hayes High Indians.
Well, not a pick 6.
Or not a pick 6, but an interception.
Yeah, and Colton Myers got that down the field, gassed Allen Bishop, picking off that nice pass, and then 3 plays. How about that for a 3-and-out possession? 3 plays into the end zone in this particular case for the Hayes High Indians.
7-yard touchdown pass from Maddox Winter to Shane Behrens, and the Indians really banged up coming into this ball game and running a couple of different guys in at the quarterback position, and Maddox Winter right on the money to a wide-open Shane Behrens for Behrens' first touchdown reception of the year, and how about this, the first of his career.
This Hayes High Indian defense holds the South Titans to a 3-and-out possession the first time, make them punt on their second possession, and this time, as it looks like the Wichita South Titans are getting their offensive gear, they're getting their blocking schemes down, driving it down to the field into Indian territory. Hayes High Indian defense prevails again, picks off a pass from the quarterback, Allen Bishop.
8:09 to go, second quarter. Followed a interception by the Hayes High Indians.
And the Hayes High Indians wanting to keep the kickoff out of the hands of Nellums. Kicks the ball to the side. It goes out of bounds, so that will bring the ball to the 40-yard line, I believe, for the Wichita South Titans.
It's the first penalty, first ball kicked out of bounds by Logan Clark this year.
Now Logan just wanting to keep that ball out of Nellum's hands, and it's going to go to the 35, not the 40.
And really, for where it went out of bounds, it was a penalty of about 4 yards, so I don't know that it was that big of a penalty. Indians lead 7-0, 8:09 to go, second quarter, and Allen Bishop and the offense back out onto the field for the South Titans. Undefeated on the season, 4-0. Indians showing blitz on first down. Bishop, it's a handoff to Hunt, who is hit by Blackman in the backfield. He's able to shed that tackle and then wrapped up by Keith Dryden and Maddox Winter, who combined for the tackle for loss.
Wichita South Titans may have been able to see Isaiah Blackman showing blitz, but they certainly didn't pick him up. Isaiah Blackman had a clear gap to get into the backfield and make that tackle 1 yard deep in the backfield.
Indians all over the field on these tackles for loss tonight. And it's second down, about 11 yards from the 34-yard line. Option play. Bishop wants to keep, now reverses field, gets hit in the backfield, and dropped for a tackle for loss again. Shane Behrens, along with, who else? Braden Delzide in the backfield for the loss.
Alan Bishop trying to find a hole to run to, chose not to go outside. He had a running back in the backfield who didn't pick up any kind of a block for him, and Hayes High Indians took advantage of it, causing another 1 yard loss for the Wichita South Titans.
And this sets up 3rd down and 12. Indians trying to force a 3 and out after their previous possession, scoring a touchdown. Swing pass near side is caught, and then breaking a tackle is the wide receiver, who was actually the running back. It's another tackle for loss. This one is going to be by Shane Behrens and Colton Myers.
And
Hunt on the catch.
Boy, a screenplay not well disguised by the Wichita South Titans, and 4 to 5 Indians picked it up once the ball was in the air. That running back had nowhere to go after picking up that pass.
Well, the Indians are flying around defensively. We mentioned it before the game. The Hayes High Indians on defense has kept themselves in games, and that's what they're doing tonight. Punt away, taken by the Indians. Keith Dryden, far side return at the 35. Going to get a good return. However, a flag on the play for an illegal block in the back by the Hayes High Indians.
And a block that really didn't need to have happen there. A block that that player had a chance to do it again. Keith Dryden was going way to the outside, and that player was not going to impact that play, but a legitimate call on behalf of the referee.
33-yard punt by Earhart. It's the Indians' second penalty of the game, a hold and a block in the back so far tonight.
But a key, another 3-and-out possession for the Hayes High Indian defense.
And Hayes High will have the football, leading by the score of 7-0. Indian football brought to you by Discount Siding Supply, Lifetime Dental Care, State Glass Company, Lewis Automotive Group, and Canterbury Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Indians will have the ball. They haven't spotted it just yet, so Indian football brought to you by Leon's Welding and Fabrication, Ellis County Abstract and Title, Discovery Drilling, Progressive Physical Therapy, Roofmaster Roofing, and RM Custom Metals, M&D Incorporated, High Plains Roofing, USD 489, HaysPost.com, and Eagle Communications, our community connected. This is a long discussion about an illegal block in the back against the Indians. Unless there was a second penalty on the field that I did not see, the official now coming over to discuss with Kevin Steiner, the fourth-year head coach of Wichita South. The Titans in his 4 years, 1-8, 2-7, and now 4-0. And the conversation continues between South coach Kevin Steiner and the lead official. And now they got the chains lined up. The ball, we're still waiting for a spot. And down at the 26-yard line.
6:19 left in this second quarter, 6:19 left in the half. 2 years ago we're down here, Dustin. We hadn't even started the game yet, and we're already almost at halftime.
There were 2 penalties on the Hayes High Indians, and they both go eventually. Well, one declined, one taken, and the Indians will have the ball at the 26-yard line. Cimarron, after one quarter, is leading TMP and Hayes 14-7. Monarchs in search of their second victory of the year. So the Indians leading 7-0 in Wichita. Ball at the 26, 1st and 10, moving right to left. They lead 7-0 with 6:19 to go in the quarter. Power I formation. Myers under center. Handoff right side for Keith Dryden. Dryden turns the corner 30. Cut back 35. Watch out. He's at the 40, 45, 50. He's up the left sideline 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, dives for the end zone and comes up just short at the 1.5-yard line. The Hayes High Indians, Keith Dryden dots the I in the power I formation, and he puts the Indians all the way down to the 1-yard line on a 73-yard run for the Hayes High Indians. It is their second longest run of the year.
Keith Dryden was going around end on the far side of the field and saw a gap at the center of the field, came diagonally, goes straight towards the near side cone. So not only does he go 73 yards, but cuts across, all the way across the field to pick up that spectacular run. And now the Hayes High Indians first and goal on the 1-yard line.
Boy, Dryden hit that second level, and he took a great angle to the left side. Indians hurry up to the offensive line. They'll overstack it to the right with an extra tackle. Dryden dots the I. Colton Myers, quarterback, keep up the middle, 1-yard plunge.
Right behind Braden Delzite into the end zone.
Touchdown, Hayes High Indians, and the Indians lead 13-0 on 2 plays on this drive.
Boy, 2 plays. Braden Delzite does a great job of blocking there for Colton Myers, but give Keith Dryden the goal for that because he's the one who goes around and picks up the hole in the center of the field and comes to that near side cone.
That is a 2-play touchdown drive for the Indians of 74 yards. For Colton Myers, his first career touchdown rush. The extra point by Logan Clark is blocked. Well, somebody came flying in there. Torian Nellums. It's the first miss by Logan Clark this year. He had been perfect on the season at 10 for 10 before that block. It's 13-0 Hayes High Indians.
All right, nice night here at Wichita South. And we're getting a flyover here. It seems like the geese are seeming to come in somewhere close here to Wichita South and Ed Carpenter Stadium. And we're actually in a position high enough at Ed Carpenter Stadium where we're above the geese flying over the field. So
it is a really beautiful stadium. Carpenter Stadium is one of the better facilities we get to visit throughout the year. The press box is very, very nice. They treat us well here, and what a location to get to come to when we come down to Wichita.
And I'll tell you what, I was talking earlier, we're at now 5 minutes and 55 seconds left in the second quarter. 2 years ago, it's a nice facility, and it's a nice facility, folks, because 2 years ago, we had a 2-hour rain delay. Didn't start the game till near 9 o'clock, if not 10 o'clock at night. So nice to have beautiful weather down here in Wichita tonight, and the Hayes High Indians taking advantage of it by the defense holding the Wichita South Titans in check, and the offense now capitalizing on 2 consecutive possessions. One, a 14-yard drive into the end zone, and that time now 2 plays to cover 74 yards to get in the end zone.
We'll try to get you updated on some scores here as we go along this evening as well in our Kalon scoreboard update. High kick by Clark, taken at the 26-yard line. It's going to be taken by the Wichita South Titans. Chris Bell, short return, takes the ball to the 35-yard line. Same spot that Wichita South started on their previous possession where they went 3 and out. South Titans tonight, punt, fumble, punt, interception, punt. The Indians punt, 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 and then back-to-back touchdowns. Kalon scoreboard update tonight for you. Dodge City over Great Bend, 27-7 after 1 quarter. 3 turnovers for the Panthers. Ball at the 35. Allen Bishop, pistol formation, 2 halfbacks. He'll hand off to Wells, who comes near side, gets hit at the 35. No gain on the play. The Hayes High Indians on the tackle. Jordan Betts is there. Colton Myers is there. Also on the tackle, Jared Haynes. There is a flag on the play as well near the site of the tackle.
I don't know what that flag is for. I mean, 3 to 4 Hayes High Indian players shutting that down.
Face mask on the Indians, the 5-yard variety. Indians' 3rd penalty of the night, not counting the kickoff out of bounds.
Face mask on the defense. Number 10, be first down.
The play resulted in a loss of a yard, so it'll be first down and 6. Go and take your pick on who made the tackle for loss that time. Ball to the, call it 39-yard line now for the South Titans, and a flag on the play, and somebody jumped, and it'll be 1st and 11.
All right, so it's back to where it was. Back 11 yards deep after the loss, but it's going to be first down instead of second down for the Wichita South Titans.
Number 6 on the offense.
It was a wide receiver who jumps. And we will line up at 1st and 11 for South at the 34-yard line. Moving left to right. Indians lead 13-0. Bishop on a keeper. Rolled out to his left to run, or to pass. Had nowhere to go. Up the field, Shane Behrens and Braden Delzite there for the tackle. That defensive line has been very active tonight. It's a gain of 4 yards for Bishop, who has 35 yards on 6 carries.
Bishop had nowhere to go because Dalton Stout is manhandling Jonathan Cottrell, the senior right guard for the Wichita South Titans. Stout pushing Cottrell 4 yards back in the backfield.
3 wide receivers, play action pass. Bishop far side. It is caught, and watch out. Off to the races is Taylor, left sideline. He is taken down out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Bishop hit Taylor in stride, and it goes for big yardage.
And Isaiah Blackman going to chase him down and not allow him to score. It is going to be first and goal on the 1, but Isaiah Blackman credited with chasing down that receiver.
It is a 61-yard pass to Jariah Taylor, his second catch of the night. Bishop now 3 for 5 passing, and South set up to score their first points of the game at the 1-yard line. Bishop in that pistol formation, Wells to his right, new running back into his left, and that carry goes into the hands of Jeremiah Hudspeth, who is tackled in the backfield for a loss. Shane Behrens and Dalton Stout there for the tackle this time.
Dalton Stout again pushing Jonathan Cottrell, the right guard for the Wichita South Titans, into the backfield to mess up that play for the Wichita South Titans.
It's a loss of 2 yards on the play. Second and goal from the 3. That's Hudspeth's first carry of the game. Second and goal from just inside the 3-yard line. 4:11 to go, first half. Indians lead 13-0. Bishop, pistol formation. He's going to roll out to his right, look to throw. Loses the football. Shane Behrens pops it free, and Hayes High recovers at the 9-yard line. Coming up with the football is Jared Haynes. It is a sack. Actually, it's another tackle for loss for Shane Behrens. Causes the fumble, and then Jared Haynes with the fumble recovery, and Hayes High forces a third Wichita South turnover.
Alan Bishop was trying to scramble, move laterally, and Shane Behrens hit him just at the right angle to pop that ball out of his arms, and there was Jared Haynes to jump on it. So Wichita South looks like a certain scoring opportunity. Hayes High Indian defense again stops the South Titans.
Boy, Hayes High, we're going to figure it up at halftime, has a ton of tackles for a loss, and a lot of them by Shane Behrens. So the Indians have the ball at their own 10-yard line. Power I formation, and Wichita South looks like they jumped early, giving the Indians an extra 5 yards.
Well, and right now the Hayes High Indians need to capitalize this and move the ball down the field. Remember, there's now 3:55 left in the second quarter. Hayes High Indians are going to get the ball coming out in the second half because they won the opening toss but deferred. Hayes High Indians will get the ball in the second half. Wichita South, I don't know. We need to look at the charts, but probably hasn't been faced in a position where they've been down 13-0 at halftime.
1st and 5 from the 15. Turn and hand off to Hunter Brown. Runs into his own guy and taken down for a loss in the backfield. Taken down by Tynus Goley, a 170-pound junior linebacker in there. And it's a loss on the play for the Hayes High Indians of about a yard back to the 14-yard line. Little running room tonight for Hunter Brown. 7 carries, 6 yards.
Wichita South does have 2 timeouts left to spend in this second quarter if they choose to use them to stop the clock. Now with 3:23 left in the second quarter and a 2nd down and 7 for the Hayes High Indians.
Indians from their own 14-yard line, moving right to left. Dryden in at the tailback position. Myers under center will turn and hand it to him. Right side, Dryden finds a crease but can't get past. A great open field tackle that time by Walter Godot over on the far side. And it's going to be 3rd down for the Indians. However, it is a gain of 5 yards for Dryden, setting up 3rd down and manageable. 3rd down and 1 for the Indians at the 19-yard line. Hayes tonight 1 for 5 on 3rd downs. It gave the Indians a touchdown on a pass from Maddox Winter to Shane Behrens.
How nice it is to have a 3rd and 1 and instead of a 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 10 and 3rd and 11. So many options you've got here on 3rd and 1 to try to pick up the first down.
Indians need to get to the 20. Myers will turn handoff to Blackman. He'll just dive his way to the 20-yard line, and I don't think they're going to get it. Looks like the officials come in just shy of the 20. Needed just over a yard for the first down. He will get a yard on the carry. 4th down for the Indians from their own 20-yard line. 4th and a half the length of the football, and a timeout Wichita South, which I think Coach Randall Rath would like that, just from the simple fact that he will get some more time to talk to his guys about this. With 2:16 to go in the first half, Indians leading 13-0.
Well, I don't know how much if you're Coach Rath, I don't know how much you want to gamble here right now. You've got the Titans down 13-0 with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the second quarter. You're going to get the ball back to start the third quarter, and your defense has clearly been able to shut down when they needed to Allen Bishop and this Wichita South Titan offense.
Hayes Kalon scoreboard update has McPherson leading El Dorado 13-0. Bueller all over their opponent tonight as they take on Rose Hill 28-0. There's still 9 minutes to go in that first half. It is Dodge City 27, Great Bend 7. Officials going to measure this just in case.
It's about a length of the football short.
See if that plays into the Indians' decision. And that's your Hayes Kalon scoreboard update. By the way, Garden City leads Liberal after one quarter 7-6. Kalon scoreboard update. The green grass you won in the spring starts with spraying in the fall by Hayes Kalon. Call Kirk Maska 623-0674. So what do the Indians do on fourth down and the football length to go for a first? Indians turned away south from the 1 yard line on the previous possession, and the Indians want to go for it from their own 20-yard line. Under center is going to be Colton Myers. He's going to keep straight up the middle. He'll get the first down as he'll pick up about a yard on the play. How about Coach Randall Rath from his own 20 going for it on fourth down and the length of a football?
Boy, I'll tell you, fourth down, you're deep in your own territory. That is a gutsy play, but Colton Myers taking advantage of having Braden Delzide at center to be able to quarterback sneak the ball behind, and did it with 7 men on the line of scrimmage that Wichita South had put up there.
They picked up 2 on the play. How about this for Hayes High this year on fourth down? Hayes High is now 6 of 8 on fourth downs this year. Just inside 2 minutes to go, second quarter, Indians lead 13-0 against the South Titans. Wide receiver left, Maddox Winter, I formation for Colton Myers. Turns, hands off to Blackman, who is hit immediately as he takes the handoff. Who else? Torian Nellums, a very good-looking linebacker. It's a loss back to the 20-yard line, loss of 2 on the play.
Wichita South blitzing all 4 linebackers there on that play. Got in the backfield quickly.
Indians have 1 timeout remaining in the half, 2 timeouts remaining for the South Titans. Hayes High may just take as much time off the clock as they can here. If they happen to break a big play, great. If not, hey, you go into the halftime locker room with a 13-0 lead after a scoreless first quarter. Indians will break the huddle with 7. They have to hurry this up. Wide receiver splits off to the right is Jared Haynes. 3 across in the backfield. Turn and hand off to Isaiah Blackman. Blackman will get back 1 of the yards that he lost, and Wichita South will use a timeout. Indians just hoping to run out the quarter here. We'll have third down and 11 coming up with 59 seconds to go in the first half following this timeout by the South Titans. They have 1 remaining. Hayes High trying to pick up their second win of the year. And how about this for the Indians? It's only the second time they're on the road. So far, the road has treated the Indians fairly well. They're hoping it'll do so again here in Wichita.
And at this point, have Wichita South Titans back on their heels, a team that's 4-0 coming into this game and really has controlled the games that they've been in. Certainly not used to going into the ball game at halftime down 13-0.
And the big key tonight, 3 turnovers for the South Titans. The Indians have been even or negative in turnover margin in their 3 losses. Against Liberal, they led the turnover margin, +1. So far tonight, the Indians +3 in the turnover margin and lead 13-0. So if the Indians don't pick up a first down, you'll expect the South Titans to call a timeout and get the football back. Third down and 11 for Hayes High. They are the Indians tonight on third down are just 1 of 6. Power I formation. Dryden is the tailback this time. Myers under center on 3rd and 11. Turn and hand off to Dryden, hit in the backfield and dropped. Boy, that was a big-time blitz by the Wichita South Titans. Middle linebacker coming hard was Keandre Alexander. His 4th tackle for loss this year, all the way back at the 17-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the play. Hayes High was going to run it. Wichita South predicted the play right, sent a blitz up the middle, and South takes their final timeout of the first half with 55 seconds to go before the break. Indians leading 13-0. The punting game has been interesting for both teams tonight. Fourth down and about 16 yards coming up for the Indians.
Well, there's now 55 seconds left here in the second quarter, but certainly the coaching staff up here in the box has got to figure out a way to counter those linebacker blitzes for the Wichita South Titans. They have found out now on 3 consecutive plays that they can overman the Hayes High Indian offensive line and really shut down the running game for the Indians.
Torian Nellums back to return the punt. He will stand at midfield. Colton Myers has punted 3 times tonight, one for 8 yards that was touched by a South Titan, and the Indians recovered, then a punt for 32 and a punt for 38, and timeout Hayes High. The Indians wanted to make sure that everything was in line for this particular punt. 4th down and 1 that the Indians converted on, not even 4th down and 1, 4th down in the length of a football. Kurt David took almost another 2 minutes off this clock to give this, or another minute, I guess I should say, off the clock to at least put this down to under a minute before to go before half, before South gets the football.
Well, that's certainly right. Just another minute, a minute and a half that you've taken the ball out of Alan Bishop's hands, who is going to be going to the air now in these last 50 seconds of this second quarter.
Indians 3 straight games now where they have intercepted their opponents. Liberal, Garden City, and now Wichita South. And the Indians will line up to punt again with 55 seconds to go in this first half. 4th and 15 from their own 17-yard line. Remember, this is where the Indians, after forcing back Wichita South from the 1-yard line. The snap back to Myers is a good one. Gets the punt away. It's along the far sideline. Rolls out of bounds where? In Hayes High territory, right on the 45-yard line. So the punt goes for 29 yards, but he did not allow Colton Myers, did not allow Torian Nellums to get his hands on the football. Indians leading 13-0, try to turn back Alan Bishop and the South Titans one more time from the 45. Bishop hit Jariah Taylor for a 71-yard play earlier to the 1-yard line, and credit Isaiah Blackman because he saved a touchdown on that play, and the Indians forced a fumble 2 plays later. 4 wide receivers for Bishop. Ball at the Indian 45-yard line. 48 seconds to go in the half. Bishop back to pass, looking down the field. It is caught on a knee by Taylor. He catches it at the 35. South is out of timeouts. It's a catch on the play of 10 yards, but Jariah Taylor once again, his 3rd catch of the night. The clock stops with the first down, then will wind as the ball is set with 44 seconds remaining in the first half. Clock winds. Indians lead by 13. Bishop back to pass. Looks to his right. It is incomplete. Beautifully knocked away by Jared Haynes, who reached around and was able to knock that pass away. Incomplete.
And the Hayes High Indians only putting 3 men up front. Braden Delzite, Shane Behrens, and it looks like Sage Markley in there. The only 3 pass rushers there, so Alan Bishop's having time to get the ball away.
Indians will try to send those 3 to Alan Bishop, who will have to pass quickly. South out of timeouts. Bishop back to pass. Has time. Now steps up in the pocket. Still scrambling. Looks down the field. It is intercepted. Will they rule it out of bounds? Yes. It was Bryce Baumgarn who nearly got the interception. He was right on the sideline. Made sure that nobody for Wichita South would get it. 3rd and 10 on the incomplete pass.
3rd and 10 with 29 seconds left now in this second quarter. That time, Shane Behrens getting a little bit of a rush on Alan Bishop and making him force the throw. So Shane Behrens doing a good job with only the 3 men up front for the Hayes High Indians.
3 down linemen again for the Indians. Do they bring a blitz? Yes. Bishop steps up in the pocket. Jared Haynes gives chase. Can't take him down. 25-yard line and runs out of bounds as he gets the first down on 3rd and 10 at the Hayes High Indian 21-yard line. It's a gain of 14 yards on the scramble.
Boy, Jared Haynes blitzing to the outside from his outside position. But Alan Bishop picking up a gap in the middle of the field there. Jared Haynes tried to come back and pick up a tackle, but just couldn't pick him up in time to knock him down before the first down.
Clock stops with 21 seconds. Ball at the 21-yard line. South out of timeouts. Indians with a 13-point lead. Indians bring the blitz. It's a flare pass to the left side. Incomplete, intended for Travion Wells. And right there was Shane Behrens to provide the pressure on the outside, and then the blitz up the middle by the Hayes High Indians. Isaiah Blackman. Indians out of timeouts as well. 16 seconds to go. Second quarter, left to right for the South Titans. Dressed in their home blue jerseys and their red pants. They got to the one on their previous drive, but then fumbled the ball 2 plays later. Bishop back to pass, 2nd and 10. Time running out in the quarter. Throws late, caught. It is near side for the South Titans. Cortez Harper, his first catch of the year. 8 seconds to go in the quarter and the half. The ball down to the 7-yard line. It's a 14-yard gain for number 14. Clock will wind with 5, with 4. Bishop will spike it, and that's intentional grounding. That's intentional grounding, and we know that rule.
We unfortunately know the rule that you cannot spike the ball from the shotgun formation, and that's exactly what Alan Bishop does. It is a intentional grounding, loss of down, and now just 3 seconds left on the play.
Now, Wichita South crowd is reacting about that. You cannot do that from the pistol formation because you are back and in the pocket. Yeah, you can call that because we unfortunately know all about it.
Hayes High fans of old.
And that is the half. And that is the half. Hayes High leads 13-0. The Indians' defense keeps themselves with a chance in this ball game, leading by 13 at the break. Hayes High leads in Wichita. This is Hayes High Indian football.
3 seconds down, you can't down the ball.
This presentation of Eagle TV High School Sports is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vitstum Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, Investing for Eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 785-628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. They provide your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Bonapet Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet with a fun-filled experience for your special friend. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Verney's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And they now accept credit and debit cards. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Verney's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Next Tech Wireless. Discover something different. Sakatumi Sushi Rolls. The freshest fish this side of Big Creek. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon-Ryan today. PerfTech Wireline Services, total cased whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement, Pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment. From farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment, Carico carries many hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Home steel siding and windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work, including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Union Station Coffee and Roastery, fresh roasted coffee daily. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, custom-built projects from the start to the gloss to the durable powder coat finish. Advanced Insulation and Coatings, save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced Insulation and Coatings in Hayes. APAC, proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. KJ&G Customs, for complete auto restorations, custom paint jobs, and custom exhaust. See Troy Robinson and the staff at KJ&G Customs on East 13th Street in Hayes. And by Eagle Communications, proud to provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet and phone services to the area. Eagle Communications, our community connected. This presentation of Eagle TV High School Sports is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vitstum Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, Investing for Eternity. Discovery Drilling, with 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 785-628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. They provide your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Bonapet Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet with a fun-filled experience for your special friend. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And they now accept credit and debit cards. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Vernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Next Tech Wireless. Discover something different. Sakatumi Sushi Rolls. The freshest fish this side of Big Creek. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Ryan today. PerfTech Wireline Services, total cased whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement, pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment, from farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment. Carico carries many hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work, including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Union Station Coffee and Roastery, fresh roasted coffee daily. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, custom-built projects from the start to the gloss to the durable powder coat finish. Advanced Insulation and Coatings, save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced Insulation and Coatings in Hayes. APAC, proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. KJ&G Customs, for complete auto restorations, custom paint jobs, and custom exhaust. See Troy Robinson and the staff at KJ&G Customs on East 13th Street in Hayes. And by Eagle Communications, proud to provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet and phone services to the area. Eagle Communications, our community connected. This presentation of Eagle TV High School Sports is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vitstum Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion, through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling, with 4 late model rigs. They have served central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 785-628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. They provide your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Bonapet Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet with a fun-filled experience for your special friend. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Verney's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And they now accept credit and debit cards. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Verney's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Next Tech Wireless. Discover something different. Sakatumi Sushi Rolls. The freshest fish this side of Big Creek. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Ryan today. Perftech Wireline Services, total cased whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement, pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment. From farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment, Carico carries many hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work, including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Union Station Coffee and Roastery, fresh roasted coffee daily. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, custom-built projects from the start to the gloss to the durable powder coat finish. Advanced Insulation and Coatings, save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced Insulation and Coatings in Hayes. APAC, proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. KJ&G Customs, for complete auto restorations, custom paint jobs, and custom exhaust. See Troy Robinson and the staff at KJ&G Customs on East 13th Street in Hayes. And by Eagle Communications, proud to provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet and phone services to the area. Eagle Communications, our community connected. This presentation of Eagle TV High School Sports is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion, through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling, with 4 late model rigs. They have served central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 785-628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. They provide your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family.
And welcome back to Carpenter Stadium at Wichita South High School. The Indians leading the South Titans by the score of 13-0 at halftime. The Indians,
with an unsportsmanlike on the whole team, there'll be a 15-yard penalty, and we'll be kicking from the 25.
Well, there you go. An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Wichita South to start the game, and quite frankly, do not know why. At halftime, the Indians, 115 yards of offense, but a It's 13-0 lead. Wichita South 151 yards of offense. Your halftime stats brought to you by Dick Schmidt with Crop Production Services of Ellis, Hayes, and La Crosse, saying thank you to all the area producers for your support over these past 3 years. The Indians will return a kick that is booted from the 25-yard line, returned by Maddox Winters at the 30. 35, makes a man miss, nope, gets tripped up, and now a flag comes flying in from about 25 yards away, right near where 3 players had all hit the deck. This may be on the Indians with another return penalty, a holding penalty on the Hayes High Indians. At halftime, 38-7, Dodge City is beating Great Bend. Garden City over Liberal at halftime, 28-6. Bueller over Rose Hill, 42-0. McPherson over El Dorado, 13-0. And Abilene over Chapman, 23-0. Kalon scoreboard update is brought to you by Kalon. Hayes Kalon. The green grass you want in the spring starts with spraying in the fall by Hayes Kalon. Call Kirk Maska 623-0674 or Kurt Viner at 623-8427. Indians' 4th penalty of the night, 3rd on special teams, and Hayes High will start this possession at their own 28-yard line, leading 13-0.
Hayes High Indians offensive line's going to have to figure out a way to pick up these blitzes that Wichita South Titans were using late in the second quarter.
I formation. It's a keeper by Colton Myers, left side, sheds 1 tackle but can't shed tackle number 2 and 3. Short gain, and there was the blitz again. It's a gain of about a half a yard. We'll give him a yard, 2nd down and a long 9.
That time, though, Colton Meyer had a hole to get through, actually picked it up, and actually able to pick up about a half a yard on that play. A little bit better than what the Wichita South Titans were causing late there in that second quarter, where it's causing Hayes High Indians to lose 3 to 4 yards per play.
The Indians' big play of the first half, a 73-yard run by Keith Dryden to put the Indians at the 1 and later score on a Colton Myers 1-yard quarterback keep. Power I formation, 2nd down, 9.5. Myers under center, Braden Delzite. Here's the blitz, handoff left side. Hunter Brown gets to the 30 and to the 31-yard line and held up there. 2nd down or 3rd down and long. And Kurt, you called it. Wichita South and Coach Kevin Steiner, his team is just going to blitz nonstop until the Indians can prove they can beat it.
Or what the Indians are going to have to do is probably, they may not do it on this 3rd and 8th play, but they're going to have to come out with the pass. Right now they're thinking they're up 13-0. Boy, what an opportunity to keep the ball on the ground, try to have a ball control game, run some clock, but eventually the Hayes High Indians are going to have to open the ball up in the air to get those linebackers out of those blitzing positions.
3rd and 7, the Indians' only completion went from Maddox Winter to Shane Behrens for a 7-yard touchdown. Under center, play action pass. Time to throw is going to be Myers. Now he just has to tuck it, and he gets dropped back at the 25-yard line. Tackle is made by Wichita South's Tyrekus Birch, his 6th sack of the season. Well, that pocket closed quickly, and Wichita South is blitzing with 7 guys at times, and it's just leaving the Indians at a loss. It's a loss on the sack of 6 yards. And the Indians 3 and out and will punt. Punting from their own 25-yard line. Time for Myers to punt, and he gets off a boomer. Nalomes drops it at the 32-yard line. Comes with a near side return. Makes a man miss. Gets to the 40-yard line and taken down just shy at the 39. Flag on the play at the 50, and there's also a Wichita South Titan down on the field at about the 32-yard line. Dalton Stout on the special teams tackle.
God, Bradley Richards, he's listed as a safety. He's a sophomore, but he's been playing up in more of a defensive end position. He's been one of those players blitzing into the backfield for the Wichita South Titans.
The penalty is against Wichita South on the return. There is a Titan down on the field, and they're going down to look at his right knee. We can't make out a jersey number from where we are at here atop Carpenter Stadium. Illegal block in the back on the South Titans.
Tell you what, we're 9:45 left, so we're just a couple minutes into this 3rd quarter. There's been a kickoff, 3 plays and a punt, and already 3 significant penalties: an unsportsmanlike conduct and 2 holding penalties.
The Indians have 3 penalties in the first half for 25, so now 4 for 35. South 4 penalties, 30 yards. The South Titans still with a player down on the field as they take a look at the right knee area of sophomore Bradley Richards, who is on the turf. And the Indian players will take a knee, waiting for the result of Richards. Indian football brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, Westview Church, Thomas More Prep Marion, Carpet One of Hayes, Vitsum Decorating Center, Discovery Drilling, and Paul Wartenberger Construction.
Bradley Richards will be a loss for this team. He comes into the game with 11 tackles, 1 sack, a fumble recovery, but more importantly, he's been an up safety playing on the offensive line. When you talk about Wichita South blitzing multiple players, Bradley Richards has been one of those that's been complicating the Hayes High Indian offense.
They will help him up, but he will not be putting any pressure on his right leg. And so Richards will make his way off the field. It'll be South football. After the penalty, they will start at their own 30-yard line. Indians 3 and out on their first possession. South just simply blitzed 3 times, and they're going to force the Indians' hand. Hayes High at halftime. How about this for their defensive line, or their defensive team? They recorded 10 tackles for loss, a sack, 2 fumble recoveries, a fumble caused, and also an interception. Handoff up the middle. Hunt, big gain, 40, and he breaks through a tackle to gain 3 more yards to the 43-yard line. Gain of 13 for Trevante Hunt. 30 yards on 5 carries, and South seems to be the team that is fired up here coming out of the second half. Ball at the 43-yard line, and they will put Bishop in the pistol. Hunt to the right. It'll be Travion Wells to the left. That is going to be Hudspeth with the call. Gets to the right side, and he'll be taken down at the ankles by the Indians' Jordan Betts, who saves a much bigger gain as the ball across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play.
That time the defensive line holding their ground much better, stringing that play to the outside, and Jordan Betts coming up from that cornerback position, able to make that open field tackle.
2nd and 6 from the 47-yard line, right to left for the South Titans, who got as far as the 1 in the first half but did not score. There's going to be a handoff up the middle. It is taken by Hunt. Gets to the 49. He will gain 2 yards. Trevante Hunt, the freshman, with 6 carries, 32 yards. Maddox Winter on the tackle. Big 3rd down and about 3.5 yards for the South Titans. 2 for 6 in the first half. Shotgun snap. Bishop to throw. Looks down the field. It is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Jariah Taylor.
And Hunter Brown gets a hand in the face, gets a hand in there, taps the ball out of the way to cause that ball to go incomplete.
Boy, Jariah Taylor, big night tonight, came in with 12 receptions for 155 yards. He has 3 catches, 78 yards tonight, and South wants to go for it on 4th and 3. They're 1 for 1 tonight on 4th downs. That was on a 4th and 4. 4 wide receivers for Bishop. Does he keep? No. Quick pass over the middle. Incomplete. That was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and the Hayes High Indians will take over on downs, leading 13-0 with 8:23 to go in the 3rd quarter.
And again, it took the Hayes High Indians 4 plays to get a turnover on downs, but they were successful. Now have the ball at midfield for the Hayes High Indian offense to come out there. Interesting, Wichita South, you talked about how many tackles for loss in that first half. Wichita South runs away from Shane Behrens every time on that series. They don't want to get in the path of Shane Behrens.
At halftime, Behrens with 3.5 tackles for loss, 2.5 for Braden Delzide, 1.5 for Dalton Stout, 1.5 for Maddox Winter, 1 for Colton Myers, and 1.5 for Keith Dryden. 1st and 10, Indians start on the plus side of the field at the 49-yard line. I formation with a wide receiver to the right. Quarterback Colton Myers, play action pass, has time, rolls out to his right, needs to get rid of the football, throws down the field. It is incomplete. Trying for it on the sideline is Keith Dryden, and the Hayes High Indians will face 2nd and 10 from the 49, but if nothing else, trying to loosen up that defense of Wichita South.
Well, that's exactly. Obviously, you want to make yardage on the play. You want the completion, but the secondary benefit is you've got to loosen up those linebackers so they're not blitzing 6 to 7 players each play.
Indians trying to take advantage of Wichita South, the change of possession on downs, going for it on 4th and 4 and throwing an incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10 from the South 49-yard line following that incomplete. 13-0, Hayes High with the lead on their 2nd possession of the second half. Indians will send 2 wide receivers to the right side. Haynes along with Maddox Winter split in the backfield, and it's a handoff going to Isaiah Blackman, who stutter steps, and he ends up in a pile of about 6 different players, 3 from each team, a 1-yard gain to the 48-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, previously we said Bradley Richards was a player went out. He's listed on number 10 on one chart and number 22 on another. 22's in there now. Looks like Bradley Richards may still be in the game, so not exactly sure who got hurt for Wichita South on that last possession.
They list the 22 as Raekwon Cunningham on the chart, but that's listed as a defensive end, and that's definitely not a defensive end. So we'll go with it as it is. It's going to be, we'll line up in that spot. I formation, 3rd down and 9. Toss right side, Hunter Brown, and there is Terrion Nalomes again for another tackle. Well, this middle linebacker impressing everybody for Wichita South. The Indians are going to lose 4 yards on the play. Hunter Brown tonight, 10 carries, -2 yards.
Isaiah Blackman trying to get a lead block there, but Isaiah Blackman can't block 2 people to open up a hole there for Hunter Brown. So Nelms got his arm around Brown and made that tackle for loss.
Make that a correction. He has 9 carries, 4 yards, and Hunter Brown will punt. The Indians back from their own 47-yard line. Brown gets this one away. A low punt. Nalomes will let it bounce, and he'll field it high at the 11. Just a straight-ahead return. Get hit at the 15, and breaks free somehow and gets across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Torian Nalomes is an impressive player.
He just decides to run that ball straight up the middle of the field where most of the Indian players are, and he broke it through picked up another 10 yards off that return.
That tackle, or that punt of 42 yards for Colton Myers, his 6th punt of the night. So South has the football at their own 26-yard line. 3rd quarter starting much like the first half. Each team with punts and not much offense. 2 wide receivers right for Wichita South. Option play right side for Hudspeth. Flag on the play. That'll come back.
There's going to be a hold there in the backfield by the Wichita South Titans that's going to bring that ball back.
Well, and Kurt, we talked about it, the fact that the Indians 10 tackles for loss in the first half. Wichita South offensive line has to somehow keep the Indians from getting into that backfield.
Well, in that particular case, I think it was a running back trying to make a lead block with the hold on that particular play. But interestingly, the Wichita South Titans really trying to attack the outside, the far side of the field away from Shane Behrens to pick up yardage.
It'll be the ball, that is, spotted back at the 15-yard line. So the penalty happened about a yard in the backfield. 1st and 21 from the 15. Can the Indians defensively take advantage? 1 wide receiver right, 3 to the left for Alan Bishop, the quarterback. Has 1 wide receiver to his right. Wants to throw. Now he has to scramble to his right. Throws over the middle. It is going to be caught by Cortez. Breaks a tackle. Gets out to the 35 to the 36-yard line. He'll get most of the 21 yards needed for a 1st down.
And unfortunately, 6 or 7 yards after the catch is what he picked up there that got him near to the 1st down marker.
And the officials say it is a 1st down on a gain of 21. Cortez Harper came into the game with no catches, has 2 receptions tonight for 35 yards.
Hayes High Indians, not much of a rush there. Do have 4 men up, but they could not get any pressure on Alan Bishop on that particular play.
Most of those passes are quick passes. 110 yards tonight. Passing for Alan Bishop. Jet sweep motion. Keeper by Bishop. Wants to go right side. Watch out. Breaks a tackle. Breaks a second. 45-40. Left sideline 30. 1 man can make the tackle. He's at the 10. At the 5. Pushed out of bounds by Jordan Betts. And then Betts sprains his ankle. Down at about the 2-yard line. He's able to jump up. The ball down to the 2. Maybe the 3-yard line. Big run for Wichita South.
Boy, and there, Wichita South breaking another long play. They've done that twice now in the game, but this time puts them 1st and goal on the 3.
71-yard run by Alan Bishop, who now has 115 yards rushing into the red zone for a 2nd time. Bishop and the South Titans. Option play right side. Bishop keeps. Bishop will score. Wait, flag on the play.
Flag, and it looked like you'd think that right in the area where the offensive line would look to be holding.
Braden Delzite got tackled. Braden Delzite, by the way, is the defensive lineman. That's likely what's going to be the call here.
And everybody's moving backward on the Wichita South team.
Holding Wichita South. Their 3rd penalty of this quarter. All holds. They also, one was a block in the back and then had a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty also before the 2nd half even began. So 1st and goal from the 13-yard line for the South Titans. 3 wide receivers to the right. Bishop will send Hunt to the left, the freshman running back. One wide receiver alone to his left. Bishop and the Indians showing blitz, and Hayes High jumps.
Yep, a little bit of loss of focus there on the defensive line to get into the neutral zone while Alan Bishop was delaying that count.
Offsides, Hayes High, 5-yard penalty will put the ball at the 8-yard line. 13-0 Hayes High, but Wichita South threatening to score after a 71-yard run by Alan Bishop. Jordan Betts saved a touchdown. Indians pushed a guy out at the 1 in the first half and later forced a turnover from the 2. 3 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Bishop in the pistol, barks out the signals. He'll take the ball. It's an option. Left side keeps himself, and the Indians ran right by him. He fumbles the ball, and nope, it is after
They're going to call the ball down. They're calling the ball down.
7-yard run by Bishop to the 1-yard line. 2nd down and goal from the 1.
So the ball back at the 1-yard line now for the Wichita South Titans.
Hayes High clinging to a 13-0 lead. They've had the ball twice, but punted away both times. Ball at the 1, 2nd and goal for the South Titans. 5.5 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Bishop in the pistol. Will take the snap. Option play right side. Keeps himself. Stretches out. Does he get in? No. 3rd down and goal from just inside the 1. In fact, no gain on the play.
Indians again thinking they had forced the ball out of Alan Bishop's hands, but the ball was down there on the ground. Ball now at about the half-yard line.
Well, this is 4-down territory you'd feel for Wichita South as well. They'll split 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. 3rd and goal from inside the 1 for the South Titans. Play clock is still at 0. Still at 0. Now it starts to count. Bishop wants to move Hunt to his left. 3rd down and goal from the half-yard line. Low snap is down on the ground, and Bishop gets taken down in the backfield. Isaiah Blackman is there to be able to make the stop. 3 yards back to the 4-yard line. 4th down and goal from the 4.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, Wichita South getting an advantageous spot there. Bishop's knee must have hit the ground as he was trying to recover the football because he picked it up and ran and would have lost another 2 yards to make it 4th and 6, but now 4th and 4 from the Indian 4.
And whistles, timeouts.
Did
Hayes High use this one? They did. Their first of the second half. Hayes High's defense tonight has allowed 2 big plays. A 71-yard run by Alan Bishop. They are now forcing 4th down and goal from the 4. Earlier forced a turnover after a 61-yard pass play from Alan Bishop to Jariah Taylor.
Really now 3 consecutive plays with Alan Bishop. Alan Bishop really being charged with taking over this game offensively for the Wichita South Titans.
Hayes High Indian football is being brought to you by Service Master Clean, Master Cleaners, Lifetime Dental Care, and Insurance Planning. 4:05 to go, 3rd quarter.
Hayes High Indian defensive line has really been holding steady except for 1 or 2 plays there. They're going to need to get possession into the backfield again to mess up the play for Alan Bishop, who you would think after 3 consecutive plays is again going to be charged with trying to score this touchdown for the Wichita South Titans.
At halftime, McPherson is leading over El Dorado 21-0. 4th down and goal from the 4. Indians lead by 13. The South Titans with the ball after they had 2nd and goal from the 1. The officials blow the whistle. 2 wide receivers right, 2 to the left. Bishop drops back to pass. Quick pass to his right. Throws. Intercepted by Maddox Winter. He intercepts it in the end zone and brings it out to about the 12-yard line. Winter picked it off about a yard deep in the end zone. Indians turn away the South Titans again from the 1-yard line. 3rd pick of the year for Maddox Winter, who leads the Western Athletic Conference in interceptions.
A great stop there by the Hayes High Indians. Alan Bishop trying to do it all on his own on 3 consecutive plays, and the Hayes High Indian defensive line stopping him. That time, Alan Bishop throwing a ball errantly because he was getting some pressure by Shane Behrens. Maddox Winter gets it on the goal line. You got to go, if you down it inside the end zone, you get the ball on the 20, but Maddox Winter does the smart things because he's not sure that he's been in the end zone, so he gets the ball out to the 13-yard line.
Power I formation, turn and hand off to Keith Dryden, test the right side, and again, there comes Wichita South with that run blitz. It's a loss of about 2 yards on the play. Clock runs inside, 3:50 to go third quarter. Hayes High leads 13-0. Ball spotted back to the 12 on a loss of 2.
Hey, I'll tell you what, here's another great thing about that drive. It took South 7 plays to go down the field from their own from the Hayes High Indian 26-yard line. Ended up with an interception and ate 3 minutes off the clock. So, hey, Wichita South controls the ball down the field, but the Hayes High Indians hold when they need to, and it eats up 3 minutes off that third quarter clock.
Indians offense has been non-existent here in the second half. Here's a handoff on counter to Maddox Winter. 15-20, lowers his shoulder and gets near a first down. He'll pick up 10 to the 22-yard line, setting up 3rd down and 2 for Hayes High. The Indians tonight are just 1 of 9 on 3rd down.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a 3rd and 2, though, and you like those distances because it gives Colton Myers and the offense plenty of different options on which they could act. Now, the last 2 times on 3rd down that they've been successful, they've done a quarterback sneak behind Braden Delzite with 2 yards to go. You got to think they're going to have to be a little bit more creative than just a quarterback sneak.
Double tights, wishbone formation. Nope, not 3 in a line in the back. Quarterback heat. Colton Myers straight up the middle, gets across the 25 to the 26-yard line. He needed to get within about a football length of the 25 for a first down, and that's just man-on-man, pushing the line backwards and getting a first down.
Braden Delzite at center. Again, the rest of the offensive line pushing back 2.5 yards to pick it up on a quarterback sneak that I didn't think would be manageable from 2 yards.
The stats aren't pretty, but the Indians have a 13-0 lead with 2:35 to go third quarter in Wichita. South undefeated at 4-0. Hayes High 1-3 on the year, and playing a banged-up squad tonight. They're running a lot of guys in and out at different positions. Keith Dryden playing tailback for the first time this year. He's in the I formation. Split into the left side. Play action, no handoff to Dryden. Tries to go outside, nothing doing. Tackled back behind the 25, back at the 24-yard line. Loss of 2 on the play.
Well, and there the offensive line just outnumbered as Wichita South brought all but 3 men up within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage. So hard to block that and hard to get a gap open for your running back.
I feel like the Hayes High Indians a little bit here are just in get this game over with as quickly as possible mode.
Challenge with that is Alan Bishop is a very dynamic quarterback. We've seen it on some very long runs, and he can pass the ball. Hayes High Indians can't just be comfortable settling down with 1:42 left in the third quarter trying to run the clock out.
2nd and 12 from their own 24. Back to pass. Colton Myers looks left side, looks for Maddox Winter, incomplete along the far sideline. And the Indians will face 3rd down and 12. The 11th time tonight they'll go on 3rd down. They are 2 for 10 so far tonight and 1 for 1 on 4th down.
Well, now it's 3rd and 12 instead of those 3rd and 1s and 3rd and 2s where the Hayes High Indians have been successful. 3rd and 12 is going to be much harder to pick up there. That particular pass play, nice to see the Hayes High Indians trying to threaten to throw the ball, but Colton Myers throwing the ball off balance and threw that ball high and wide to his receiver downfield.
Indians are actually 3 of 10 in the ball game on 3rd downs. Braden Delzite first out of the huddle. Comes to the line, ball in the middle of the field, left to right on 3rd and 12. I formation, Myers under center. It's a counter play to Keith Dryden. Tries to get to the outside. Nothing doing. Upending the running back is Walter Godot, and the Indians will be punting the ball away, picking up a first down. 1:19 and counting, third quarter, 13-0 lead. 3 possessions, 3 punts for the Indians. In the second half, no gain on the play for Keith Dryden.
Jordan Betts out there to try to provide a lead block for that run, but there were 2 Wichita South Titans out there, and Jordan Betts picked one, and the other one got the tackle.
Indians will punt from the 24-yard line. Myers back to punt once again. Good snap. Punt away. Torian Nalomes waits for it. It takes a huge Hayes High bounce at the 40 and goes out of bounds at the south 36-yard line. Well, you don't give Torian Nalomes a chance to return, and Hayes High gets a 40-yard punt out of it. In the second half, 3 punts for Hayes High. Colton Myers has punted 7 times tonight. The Indians 7 punts, 2 touchdowns, and lead 13-0 with 51 seconds to go third quarter. South football at their own 34 after they got all the way down to the 1 but could not score. Somebody late onto the field. That's Trevante Hunt, the freshman running back, into the play late. Lines up left of Alan Bishop. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right this time. Still working on the play call with 14 on the clock. South from their own 34-yard line. It's a handoff. Hunt fumbles the football. It's loose, and the Hayes High Indians have it. I don't think that Hunt ever got the football cleanly as he went around that right side. The freshman lost it. It is Colton Myers with the fumble recovery, and the Indians have the football.
Colton Myers recovers it. Dalton Stout didn't cause the fumble directly, but he pushed Jonathan Cottrell, the right guard, back into the running back. Running back runs into Cottrell. He runs into his own guard, and that's what causes the fumble. So Dalton Stout, great job of holding your ground, not just holding it, but pushing your right guard back into the field and back into the runner and causing a fumble.
It is the 5th Wichita South turnover of the game. They've also lost the ball on downs one time, and Hayes High has the ball at the South 34-yard line. Can Hayes High take advantage? 45 seconds to go, third quarter. Indians up 13-0, trying to make it more. Wide receiver to the right is going to be Keith Dryden. I formation. Handoff on the counter to Isaiah Blackman. He'll get about 4 yards. Call it 3 yards down to the 31-yard line. Indians probably have to run one more play here in the third quarter and able to get to the fourth. Maybe they won't. Play clock hasn't been signaled by the official yet. Now it does. Indians will have to run one more play here in the third quarter from the 31-yard line. Indians gutting out this game in Wichita. This team is banged up. Wide receiver right, Jared Haynes. Also to the right, Maddox Winter on third down. Handoff left side, Hunter Brown gets to the 30. He'll get upended as he gets to about the 27-yard line, stays inbound at the 28, and that will be the end of the third quarter. Indian defense has forced 5 turnovers so far tonight, and they lead 13-0 in Wichita. This is Hayes High Indian football.
Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Carpa One of Hayes Vitston Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Thomas More Prep Marion, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling, serving central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building dreams for over 30 years. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Lifetime Dental Care, providing your family health, function, and beauty. Insurance Planning, insurance for the way you work and live. Bonaparte Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet. Hayes Chevrolet, they have a huge selection of brand new and pre-owned vehicles. M&D Incorporated, building the backbone of our community. Verney's Hamburger House, feed yourself or the whole team.
After 3 quarters complete, the Hayes High Indians lead Wichita South 13-0 in Wichita. The road has treated the Indians fairly well so far. Their only win of the year has come on the road. That was at Liberal, trying to go 2-0 on the road and 2-3 on the season. Indian football, 3rd down and 3. Hayes High 1 of 4 in the second half and 3 of 11 in the ball game. On 3rd down, Myers under center. Wichita South showing the run blitz. They bring it. Handoff to Dryden, makes a man miss. Then he just dives forward for a gain of about a yard. Wichita South is just bringing the run blitz. They're filling each gap. Indians on 4th down likely were setting up for the 4th down play anyway. Boy, they're going to give Dryden a spot back at the 28-yard line and a loss of a yard.
So Indians are going to go for it here. Too far, you think they're too far out of field goal territory, and really the defense has done well enough in the third quarter, holding Wichita South to a turnover on downs, an interception, and a fumble. So the Hayes High Indian offense has got to like their opportunities here, and the coaching staff thinking that the defense will be able to hold.
4th and 4 from the 28. Long snap count, and the Indians got South to jump off sides. 2 guys jumped, 1 into the neutral zone, and Hayes High will get a 1st down courtesy of the hard snap count by Hayes High Indians quarterback Colton Myers.
And Nellum's coming up for a quick blitz there, and I don't know if he got fooled by the quick snap count or if he just overran the blitz and was trying to time that ball or whatever, but Nellum's was the one over and now complaining a little bit, but that causes a 1st down for the Hayes High Indians to start this first quarter.
So Hayes High has the ball at the 23-yard line and a 13-0 lead. This all because of a 1-play fumble drive by South that was recovered by Colton Myers. He has a pick, a tackle for loss, and a fumble recovery. Wishbone formation, 1st and 10 from the 23. Keeper Colton Myers just straight up the middle. Indians quarterback gutting out a lower back pain that he's had all week. He and Bryce Baumgarn were cleared today essentially to play. It's a gain of about a yard as the Indians just dive up the middle. It's been one of their more successful plays tonight. Call it a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, you don't see a quarterback sneak up. You don't see a quarterback sneak on first down very often, but able to pick up 1.5 yards on it.
Hayes High trying to march towards the end zone. They scored on a Shane Barron's touchdown reception, his first of his career. That one from Maddox Winter, and a Colton Myers 1-yard plunge for a touchdown, set up by a long Keith Dryden run. 2nd down, handoff Hunter Brown, right side, cutback. He's at the 15-yard line and gets taken down just short of the 15. It's the best run by Hunter Brown tonight on a cutback to the middle of the field, close to a first down. They'll call it a first. Down at the 12-yard line, gain of 9.
Jake Gahn didn't have a defensive lineman directly over him, so he goes straight into the secondary and picks up a linebacker for a key block allow for the running back to pick up that first down. So Jake Gahn, being attentive, not knowing knew exactly there wasn't a man over him. His assignment is to get to a linebacker, did exactly that and broke open a hole.
Indians have forced 5 turnovers tonight, trying to score on yet another one. Delzite brings that line. Gahn, Flaler, Delzite, Markley, Ector. Up to the 12-yard line, double tight. Keeper by Colton Myers, straight up the middle. He'll just power the legs forward for about a 4-yard gain. Down at the 7, it's a gain of 5 on the quarterback plunge up the middle.
Again, running a quarterback sneak right up the middle on first down, that time picking up 4 yards. So Braden Delzite again doing a great job of opening up that hole and plowing the road for Colton Myers.
Indian football brought to you by Bon Appetit Treats, Hayes Chevrolet, M&D Incorporated, Leon's Welding and Fabrication, Sakatumi Sushi Rolls, Union Station Coffee and Roastery, Verney's Hamburger House, Next Tech Wireless, and Bacon Grind Appraising Services. Maddox Winter, wide receiver right, Shane Barron's left. On 2nd down and 5 from the 7. Myers under center. Keeper up the middle again. Gets hit but gains about 2 yards to the 5-yard line. And the Indians basically are saying, hey, we know we can move it forward on you. And we're in 4-down territory. Clock ticks inside 9 minutes.
Now it's 3rd down and 2, though. So the Hayes High Indians would be very beneficial to pick up a first down here. Other than, if not, you got to assume they're going to bring in Clark to try to kick a field goal here now in this kind of territory.
Indians down to the 5. This will be 3rd down and 2. Indians are 1 of 5 on 3rd downs tonight. This is a big one, both for a potential score and time. Wishbone formation. Under center is Myers. Hands off to Brown. Delayed handoff. Brown tries to fight forward. I don't know if he's even going to get anything on the play. He does not. Myers barely got that handoff to the running back, Hunter Brown. No gain on the play. 4th down and 2.
Now, a field goal would keep it a 2-possession game. Getting a first down and the potential for a touchdown would be a huge difference in this game. Make it a 3-possession game for the Hayes High Indians lead.
Logan Clark jogging over to get his tee. Does he come into the game? Hayes High may let this clock wind down and then take a timeout with inside 8 minutes to go on a long possession. A possession that started in the 3rd quarter. Hayes High is exactly going to do that. They'll let that play clock run down to 1 second and take a timeout with 7:45 remaining in the game. Indian football brought to you by Carico Implement, Home Steel Siding and Windows, G&L Tire and Automotive, Advanced Installation and Coatings, APAC, KJ&G Customs, and Eagle Communications, our community connected.
The challenge with that timeout, though, is it does stop the clock and it does run the clock down, but it's not for strategic purposes, and that's where Coach Raff's been so good using his timeouts. It's been strategic to allow his offense or defensive break a chance to reorganize and regroup and run or protect against a certain scheme. That time it's just stopping the clock, and now the Hayes High Indians left with just one timeout left, one strategic timeout left in this 4th quarter.
For what it's worth, Clark is 10 for 11 on extra points this year. He was blocked once tonight, made the first 10 of his career.
This would make it a 16-point game, which would mean the Wichita South Titans need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions to tie it up. So a big difference maker here on this kick.
The ball is at the 5, shaded to just the right side of midfield. The tee will go down at the 12, so a 22-yard field goal for Logan Clark. His first of his career. Clark will line it up. Winter the holder. The snap is down. The kick is up. It is on the way. It is good. And Logan Clark's first career field goal gives the Indians a 16-0 lead. And Hayes High is up by 2 full possessions with 7:40 to go in the fourth quarter. And the Indians again score off of a South turnover.
And take 8 plays to march down the field from their drive, which started on the Indians' own 34-yard line to end in a field goal, but 8 plays that ate up 5 minutes off the clock. 5 minutes off the clock, so now only 7:40 left for the Wichita South Titans, who are now down by 16 points. So that means 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions to try to figure out a way to make this thing work.
Hayes High now leads with 7:40 remaining in the game. Hayes High has shut out one opponent this year. And working on a second. Hayes High, the last time they shut out an opponent was back in 2005. They shut out Ulysses and Garden City, 2 in that year. That was the last year that Hayes High obviously shut out 2 opponents as well. Well, the Indians, as Kurt said, ate a lot of time off the clock, right around 5 minutes. Came after Wichita South, fumbled the football, 7:40 to go in the game, and the Hayes High Indians lead 16-0. Homes by Cornerstone, donating $25 for every Hayes High touchdown to the Hayes High Athletic Booster Club. 2 more tonight thus far. Clark will now kick off. A couple of good punt returns and kickoff returns so far tonight for Wichita South. Torian Nalums has had 2 of those. He stands at the 15, and Nalums will have a chance to return. He's going to take it from the 17. Left side return. He's going to break a tackle, then get taken down across the 35-yard line. And Torian Nalums, very impressive player, 182-pound junior, plays hard, plays the game right. He's going to stay in on offense now. He has played some running back this year, having carried the ball 22 times and scored 4 touchdowns.
Hands on his hips, so you can tell he's getting a little bit worn out with some defensive play, which has been fantastic by him, but that time that run caused a little bit of error on him.
3 possessions in the second half for Wichita South, a change of possession on downs, an interception, and a fumble. The interception was after South got inside of the 1-yard line. They had 2nd and goal from about the half-yard line. Here's a pump action, or a play fake, throw over the middle, and Bryce Baumgarn lights up the wide receiver, jarring the ball free. Big time hit by Baumgarn, intended for Wichita South's Chris Bell.
And that's a second big hit in the secondary by Baumgarn. He did it in the first half where the receiver was stretched out and Baumgarn hit him straight in the back. A nice solid hit there, second time by Baumgarn.
Bishop 1 for 7 passing in the second half. Again goes back to pass. Looks short, now long, now wants to scramble. Goes up the middle and just dives as Jared Haynes takes him down from behind. Good coverage by the Indians, and a South Titan offensive lineman very slow to get up off of the field. That might be their center and multi-year starter, Zach Grossnickel it is. He'll stay in. Gain of 4 on the play for Bishop. 126 yards rushing. His second game over 100 yards this year.
Nalums has come off the field. He was a little taken out after that, a little out of breath after that kickoff return, so he is out of the game now.
3rd and 6. Bishop back to pass. Looks to his left. Now has to scramble to his right. Barron's giving chase. Hits him as he throws. Thrown down the field. It is caught. It is caught by Wichita South's Chris Bell in Hayes High territory. He is taken down at the 37-yard line.
It looked like Isaiah, or somebody came straight over Zach Grossnickel, who was injured there for the center, came straight over to put pressure on Alan Bishop, but Alan Bishop rolling out to his strong side, able to complete that pass on the run, and a great catch by that receiver.
South back up to the line of scrimmage already, back to pass. It's a swing pass left side, in and out of the hands of Hudspeth on that left side. Indians had it covered well, that was Travion Wells with the intended reception.
Well, Alan Bishop had to throw that screenplay over 6'3" Shane Behrens, and it caused that pass to go high over the receiver.
20 yards on that previous one for Bell, his first reception. South has had 3 guys make their first receptions of the year. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 37-yard line of Hayes High. Indians leading 16-0, 6.5 to go. Back to pass Bishop. Complete on the far side. No, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Bell, who maybe heard footsteps that time. Baumgarn hit him earlier. Indians were in pursuit. Incomplete pass, 3rd and 10 for the South Titans.
Boy, you're right. He did hear footsteps because that ball was straight in his hands. He actually had it in his hands for its moments and just turned to run or turned to protect himself, and that's when he drops that pass.
Hayes High defense bending, but so far not breaking tonight. Exactly 6.5 to go in the game. Up 16-0. following the Logan Clark 22-yard field goal. Bishop on 3rd and 10, drops back to pass, pump fake over the middle. It is caught, and then Baumgarn rocks the receiver. It is caught by Juwan Bell, short of a first down on a gain of 9 yards.
Baumgarn timing that perfectly, so he's hitting the receiver right as he's catching the ball and putting solid hits on those receivers.
First catch for Juwan Bell. It's a gain of 8 on the play. 4th down and 2. South is 1 for 3 on 4th downs tonight. The Indian defense has allowed just a 30% conversion rate on 4th downs this year. 4th and 2, and somebody jumped for Wichita South.
It was the right guard, as number 67. Looks like Patterson, that right tackle for the Wichita South Titans, moves just before the snap. It's going to back it up for now a 4th and 7 instead of a 4th and 2.
For South, their 8th penalty tonight. Indians came into tonight allowing their opponents to convert just 3 of 10 on 4th downs. South tonight so far is 1 for 3. So chalk it up to 4 for 12 on this, 4 for 13 on the season so far. This is 4th down and 7 for Wichita South. Ball from the Indian 34. Bishop to throw down the field, incomplete. Nobody turned around in time to see the ball, and the Indians hold on downs again with 5:42 to go in the 4th quarter. Indians with a 16-0 lead.
And that time, no pressure on Allen Bishop, just a lack of communication between Bishop and his receivers because no one had run the pattern that Bishop thought they were going to run. Ball thrown. No receiver there to pick it up. Hayes High Indians, another turnover on downs for this defense that has played spectacularly tonight down here at Ed Carpenter Stadium in Wichita.
So Hayes High will have the football and a 16-point lead at their own 34-yard line. Indians have played ball control tonight, eating up clock. Their last drive, 5 minutes and a field goal. There's 5:42 to go in the game. Wishbone formation, double tied in, Indians right to left. Here comes the South blitz, and quarterback keeps straight up the middle across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Wichita South does have their full slate of 3 timeouts left. Sooner or later, going to have to be using them, and you wouldn't be surprised to start seeing on this drive. Now an injured Wichita South Titan on the field.
Just a 1-yard gain to the 35 for Myers. He has 10 carries, 5 yards. Hunter Brown, 12 carries, 17 yards. Maddox Winter, 3 carries, 11 yards. Isaiah Blackman, 9 carries, 24 yards. Keith Dryden, 7 carries, 69 yards. Tonight, it has been the clash of defenses. Wichita South came in with a defense allowing just 191 yards per game and just 14 points per contest. They're not hurting themselves on that end. It's been the offensive side. Wishbone formation, 2nd and 9 from the 35, and the entire front line for Wichita South jumps. Another penalty on the Titans, their 9th of the night.
You're right, it was the entire front line. I don't know what Colton Myers did there to disguise that, but clearly got the whole line to jump off and pick up now 5 yards free for the Hayes High Indians.
So 2nd down and 4 for Hayes High. This will come from the 40-yard line. Indians trying to gut out a win on the road. These guys are banged up. They've been banged up, especially after that Garden City game. Indians playing one of the toughest schedules. Their opponents in their 3 losses this year are 10-2 entering tonight. Wichita South came in at 4-0. 2nd down and 4 from the 40-yard line. Indians with the football. Myers will let the clock tick down inside of 8 seconds before he comes set underneath Braden Delzite. Wishbone formation. He will take the snap. Handoff right side. Maddox Winter gets to the 42-yard line, maybe 43. He'll gain just shy of the first down, setting up 3rd down and 1.
He's going to be within 1 yard of that first down marker, so really a good opportunity here. You got to expect Colton Myers to be running that quarterback sneak that they've been picking up 1.5, 2 yards on each attempt.
Indians just 1 of 6 on 3rd downs in the second half. And have been 3 of 13 in the game. This is 3rd down and a full yard from the 43. Need to get to the 44. South expecting that quarterback keep. Crowds the center. It's going to be a turn. No, a keeper by Colton Myers. Fake the handoff, went backwards, loses 5 yards. Now, I think Hayes High may have thought South was going to rush everybody up the middle, beat them to the outside, but instead it's a 5-yard loss for the Indians on 3rd and 1.
Well, Wichita South did bring everybody up out the middle, but you just couldn't beat them to the outside is what happened on that particular
South,
play.
a very fast team, so the Indians just 3 of 14 on 3rd downs tonight, but they take time off the clock, 3:15 and counting. Hayes High with the 16-point lead. Myers will do the punting once again tonight. Ball spotted at the 39. Nalums stands back at the 26. Indians can take another 15 seconds off this clock before they have to punt the ball. It takes it down inside of 2:50 before they have to snap. Indians, good job on the clock tonight. The snap is a high one, and it goes over the head of Colton Myers. He'll go back and pick it up. Now he'll punt it away. It's a short punt that doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It gets to the 40. Now it's picked up by a South Titan at the 40 and tackled right there. Torian Nalums. The punt goes for 0 yards. However, it traveled about 35 yards where Colton Myers had to go back and pick it up, saving a huge disaster with 2.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Indians still lead 16-0.
Indians ran off 3 minutes off the clock on that possession that really gained very little yardage for them. But again, 3 crucial minutes leaving the Titans with only 2:36 left on the clock.
So Hayes High football, Wichita South football at the Indian 40-yard line. Back to pass is going to be Bishop. Fades out to his right, and he goes down. Tackled by Braden Delzide on the sack. For Braden, it is his 3rd sack of the year and the 5th of his career, a loss of 3 yards. Make it 4. 2nd down and 15.
Braden Delzide playing over center. Zach Grosnickel, who we saw in the previous offensive possession, came up a little bit hurt with the leg problem.
Delzide, big night tonight. Now Bishop throws deep over the middle, incomplete, almost intercepted. Putting his hands on it was the sophomore Hunter Brown. If he doesn't touch it, Bryce Baumgarn was settling in like waiting for a punt. 3rd and 15 for Wichita South coming up.
Okay, now the clock stops, and looks like Wichita South really taking advantage of this, trying to regroup a little bit with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left. Down 16 points to the Indians.
Indians defense has been good tonight. 3rd and 15 for Alan Bishop, who is 7 for 22 passing. Drops back again under some pressure, throws over the middle, incomplete, almost intercepted. Going for Chris Bell over the middle. Bell had it in and out of his hands, and the Indians wisely hold up. They had a shot to take it, Bell. They did not. 4th and 15 with 1:59 to go in the game. Hayes High leads in Wichita against the South Titans 16-0.
Well, one of the keys to this game was containing Alan Bishop, and Alan Bishop has broken a couple long runs, but they've really been able to control the receivers.
Indians 4 down linemen. Here comes the rush. Bishop rolls out to his left, wants to run, has room. He's going to get a 1st down just inside the 1st down marker at the 28-yard line. It is a gain of 16 when he needed 15.
Right as I say, they've pretty much not necessarily been able to contain Alan Bishop. They've been able to control the receivers. That's exactly what they do. Alan Bishop has nobody to run through, but outside there was nobody to hold Alan Bishop to keep him from running to the outside. There was no containment on the senior quarterback.
Indians were also protecting against the deep ball to the end zone. So 1st and 10 from the 28 for Wichita South. 1 in the backfield with Alan Bishop, 4 wide receivers, 3 of them to the right. Bishop back to pass, under some pressure, throws right, it is caught, and then a big-time tackle by Colton Myers as he lights up the receiver, Jawan Bell. And Bell slow to get up off the turf after a loss back to the 32-yard line. And Bell's still down on the floor, or on the ground. They're going to give Bell progress back to the original line of scrimmage at the 28.
Tell you what, the secondary really has played great pass coverage. They've read the routes well, and they've timed their hits well. And now a flag on the sidelines of the Wichita South Titan is probably going to be another unsportsmanlike penalty here.
It came out flying high from the near side official.
Unless it's a sideline, unless they're going to call a sideline warning on the Wichita South Titans who are encroaching upon the playing field.
That was a pretty emphatic throw, so I would doubt it. Jawan Bell now up and off his feet, and quite frankly, he more than likely got the wind knocked out of him. Colton Myers with a major blow on that one. Now we check out the penalty.
Got an
unsportsmanlike
on the home team bench.
On Wichita
Head coach is
South.
ejected.
The head coach has been ejected because that is the second unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Coach Steinert, who's turned this program around, got this team back to 4-0, really made some positive changes to this Wichita South Titan team, and you saw it so far this season where the Wichita South Titans is seeing this game unravel, and he just gets a little bit too uncorked there on that.
And I don't know what that first unsportsmanlike conduct at half was, Kurt, but because it's 2, that's the ejection for the coach. He may have had nothing to do with the first one, and quite frankly, may have had nothing to do with the second one.
Well, after halftime, there was a lot of discussion over that spike in the ball play where the referees made the correct call.
Ball from the 43 after the penalty and the big hit by Colton Myers. So 3rd down and 25. Bishop picks a low snap up, looks down the field. It is incomplete, intended near side for Cortez Harper. 4th down and 25 coming up for the South Titans.
And really the game for the Titans here, 1:28 left on the clock. They've got one chance to pick up a first down, but they've got to pick up 25 yards. Got to assume the Hayes High Indians aren't going to try to put too much pressure. Just don't give up the long ball in this particular place. And make sure you don't let Allen Bishop get to the outside if the receivers are covered well.
1:28 to go in the game. Indians lead 16-0 over the South Titans. 4th and 25. 3 wide receivers to the left, and now timeout Hayes High.
There's the strategic use of that last timeout by the Hayes High Indians.
Setting up the defense for the 4th and 25. And here, David, the Indians are on the road playing Wichita South. Again, we talked about it earlier. Hayes High has played some big schools this year. Olathe Northwest enrollment of 2180. Great Bend at 901, who's in the league. Liberal at 1296 in the league. Garden City at 2165, Wichita South at 1914, Dodge City next week at 1952. Indians are not only playing against their opponent just in the terms of football, but it's almost like they're playing 2 football teams for the simple aspect that most of the other teams get to platoon in and out on offense and defense.
Well, that's exactly right. But tonight you can see where that experience is paying off because the Indians are playing solid. They're hitting hard, and it's that hard hitting that's really thrown the Wichita South Titans off. The Indians have had to hit hard. They've had to play hard against their opponents. And, the 1-3 record really doesn't show how well they do. They did play better last week against Garden City Buffaloes than the score really permits. But Wichita South comes to the game 4-0, but not having played a game against a team with a winning record.
4th and 25, Allen Bishop drops back to pass, looks to his left. Now he has to scramble that way. He'll uncork a throw deep, incomplete. Flags on the play. If this is on Wichita South, the Indians will decline and come out of Wichita with a victory. Flags in the same area, so likely both of them for the same reason. Holding against the South Titans. Penalties declined. Incomplete pass forces a change of possession on downs. The 3rd in the second half on Wichita South.
3rd turnover on downs forced by this Hayes High Indian defense. An interception and a fumble. Hayes High Indian defense has played spectacular. I've used that word 2 or 3 times now, but there's just no other word for it. They've played certainly very solid against a Wichita South Titan offense that's been successful under Allen Bishop so far this season, but tonight holding them completely in check.
Now South does have 3 timeouts remaining, so the Indians likely going to have to run some plays here in order to try to get a first down and run out the clock. They have the ball at their own 43-yard line, trying to pick up a gutsy win on the road and trying to pick up their 2nd win in the row, and the Indians had 12 guys in the huddle. That's a 5-yard penalty on the Indians. Their 6th penalty of the night. 1:17 to go in the game. Hayes High with a 16-0 lead, scoring on a Maddox winner to Shane Barron's touchdown pass of 7 yards. The first career touchdown reception for Shane Barron's, 2nd career touchdown pass, both this year by Maddox winner. One as a wide receiver, one as a quarterback. And then Colton Myers, his first ever touchdown rush on a 1-year plunge following a 73-yard run by Keith Dryden. So 1st and 15 for the Indians. This one coming from the 38-yard line, their own side after the penalty. South showing blitz. Colton Myers, keeper over the right guard, running behind Sage Markley up to the 40-yard line. South will use a timeout.
You mentioned Colton Myers having the touchdown there to take the score to 13 to nothing, or take the score to 13 to nothing for the Hayes High Indians. But it's really hard not to talk about Colton Myers and the big interception that got the ball down to the 14-yard line to set up that first touchdown for the Hayes High Indians. So Colton Myers, a very important role, not just defensively tonight with some hard hits and the interception, but also offensively with the touchdown and that pass to Shane Barron.
And the final points tonight coming off the leg of Logan Clark, his first career field goal of 22 yards. So the Indians looking like they're going to put their record at 2-3, take on a Dodge City team who was all over Great Bend tonight. Great Bend had 3 early turnovers. And at halftime, it was Dodge City beating Great Bend 38-7. Indians will be on the road to Dodge City next week. Hayes Kalon scoreboard update, Cimarron 26, TMP 20 at the end of 3. Scoreboard update brought to you by Kalon. For the green grass you want in the spring, it starts with spraying in the fall by Hayes Kalon. Call Kurt Viner, 623-8427. Indians will have second down and 13. South uses the first of their 3 timeouts in the second half. Indians up 16-0. Paramount now to hold on to that football. 3 across in the backfield. Myers, keeper, right side, gets upended after he picks up maybe a yard to the 41-yard line. Myers battling a sore back already. Gets up off the ground. The offensive lineman, the right tackle, Lincoln Ector, helps him up off the ground. Third down and about 13, maybe 3rd and 12 coming up for the Indians after 1-yard gain to the 41 by quarterback Colton Myers.
Wichita South using their second of 3 timeouts to stop the clock with 1:06 left in the game.
Hayes High with one more game before district play. They go to Dodge City next week to finish off the Western Athletic Conference schedule. Then Hayes High with Buhler, Abilene, and McPherson in their district once again this year. Districts to come out within the next couple of weeks or so for 4A Division I. Not many changes expected as the Indians will be 4A Division I again. However, Andale did move up to 4A Division I. Topeka Hayden down from 4A Division I to 4A Division II. So that could play a role in where Hayes High gets put in districts, but probably is an equal good chance that Hayes High will end up once again with Abilene, McPherson, and Buhler. 1:06 to go. 3rd and 14 for the Indians, who are just 3 of 14 in the ball game on 3rd down. Myers under center, turns, play action pass, looks down the field for Shane Barons. It's intercepted by Bell. Return up the right sideline, 40, 30, 25, and knocked out of bounds by the quarterback, Colton Myers. Well, South in business with 56 seconds, threw a pass over the left side to Shane Barron streaking down the field. It's the 3rd interception thrown by Colton Myers this year. It is intercepted by Chris Bell.
Boy, Hayes High Indians trying to pick up the first down and seal this game with 55 seconds left. Unfortunately, the ball overthrown just a bit there. Interception brings it down to the 20-yard line. 56 seconds left for the Wichita South Titans, who are certain to try to score quickly and then try an onside kick if they can.
Indians without timeouts, South with 1. That's the Indians' first turnover of the night. They forced 5. Here's Bishop stepping up into the pocket. He'll be taken down in the field, take out an official in the process. About 4 different players end up with the official on the ground. He appears to be okay, hops up, ball inside of the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Bishop now 143 yards rushing, came into tonight 3rd in the Wichita City League in rushing. 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right, 30 seconds to go. Bishop rolls out to his right, tucks and runs. Here comes a flag on the play, and Bishop's going to score, but this is going to come back.
It's going to come back. There was a hold there on the offensive line by the Wichita South Titans, and not only is he not going to score, but it took the clock down to 22 seconds for the Wichita South.
Indians' Jordan Betts got rocked on that play, very slow to get up off the ground, holding Wichita South their 11th penalty of the night. And most of the penalties are coming when the South quarterback is scrambling and the South offensive linemen are just holding on to those defenders.
64, offense with a hold. 10-yard penalty.
And a lot of this comes back from when the Indians had 10 tackles for loss in the first half and a sack. So the ball back to the 24-yard line. 22 seconds to go in the game. Indians up 16-0. A timeout left for the South Titans following an Indian interception. Bishop to throw, has time, rolls to his right, over the middle. It is caught by Cortez,
But short of the first down, so the clock will continue to roll.
Caught by Cortez Harper. And
now
timeout Wichita South. They'll take their final timeouts.
With 10 seconds left.
As the ball is advanced down where? To about the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 13 on the play. Harper's third catch of the night.
It's going to be 3rd and 1. Key that the Hayes High Indians secondary contained the receiver so that he didn't pick up the first down. Not causing the first down causes the clock to keep rolling, forcing Wichita South to use their final timeout of the night.
Alan Bishop, 143 yards rushing, 151 yards passing tonight on just 9 of 27 passing. He's thrown 2 interceptions, one by Maddox Winter, one by Colton Myers. It was Myers' first pick of his career and season. For Maddox Winter, it was his 3rd of the year. He leads the Western Athletic Conference. Big lead for Dodge City after 3 over Great Bend, 51-7.
Whoa. Well, they're up to their average. Their average has been 52 points per game, and they're going to hold to that against Great Bend. You would have thought that linebacker who leads with tackles for loss, and they got a linebacker who's 2nd for tackles this year or sacks this year. You would have thought those two would have had some impact against Dodge City, but apparently not.
3rd and 1 from the 11. Indians showing 3 down linemen. They'll bring a blitz. Bishop has to step up in the pocket, rolls out to his right, makes a man miss along the sideline, gets pushed out of bounds. A first down inside of about the 2-yard line with 3 seconds remaining. It's a gain of 9 on the play, down to the 2. Wichita South, with the clock stopped, will have time for one more play with 3 seconds remaining. Indians up 16-0. They're going to pick up the win, but will they pick up their second shutout of the year? Bishop looks to the sidelines. 3 seconds to go in the game. Hayes High with the 16-0 lead. Hayes High going to move to 2 and 3. Will it be in shutout fashion? Well, we'll find out in about 3 seconds. Play clock down to 15 as Alan Bishop turns his attention to the offensive line. Has a running back to the left, Travion Wells, and 3 wide receivers left side. Drops back to pass, has time, rolls out to his right. Indians giving chase, and that's going to be the ball game. Tackle for loss by Colton Myers, and the Indians shut out Wichita South 16-0. Indians' second win of the year. It's their second win on the road this season, and Hayes High is 2 and 3 on the year, Kurt David.
Alan Bishop walking across, got tackled there for loss on the 7-yard line, forced out of bounds. Totally disgruntled, not expecting to lose a game coming into this game 4-0, but Alan Bishop, who's been very productive, left, held in check. Hayes High Indian defense shutting him down. He had a couple long runs, but not able to get the ball into the end zone. Hayes High Indian defense on the night. Gotta look for my numbers here. Hayes High Indian defense on the night holds the Wichita South Titans to 3 3-and-out possessions, another punt, 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles, and 4 times for turnover on downs, holding them on 4th down or as the clock ran out. So Hayes High Indian defense really controlling this game throughout, holding a 4-0 Wichita South Titan team to no points, picking up the win 16-0 for the second win of the Indian season.
Hayes High held Wichita South from scoring inside the 5 on 3 occasions in tonight's game. Hayes High's next game on the road in Dodge City on Friday. For Hayes High Indian football, for Kurt David, Harrison Brent, I'm Dustin Armbruster.